are back in the building. It's episode 418 of the Rise and Grind podcast. I'm Roderick.
I am Cari.
It's Thursday.
Yep.
It's been a minute, guys.
Yeah, man. What's been going on? How you feeling, brother?
I feel great. How do you feel?
Feel amazing. It's
Same.
been a good month, man. You know, we
It
almost about 2 weeks in on this month, but man, you know, just compared to last month, the way I was feeling, the way things are just moving, you know, work, personally, like life,
Productivity.
business, like everything. Yeah, productivity is a perfect word, man. Just getting things done, handling business, just feeling great. But yeah, man, I've been good this past week. Been good. How you been feeling?
I've been great.
You're almost out of school, man.
Man, yeah, hell. Hey, because I'm sick of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
God. Because I'm sick.
Because I'm sick, man. That's the only shot you can give. You even say something like that during school, you come get arrested.
Facts. They do not play.
No, but all jokes aside, we are headed into it's Thursday today, so I've got today and tomorrow left, and I've got next week. That ends the school year.
Wow.
Yeah, like I told you guys, I still got 2 weeks after that,
Right.
But I would rather be on a calm, quiet campus without the kids there.
Of course.
Than, you know, the racket and busy and bustle of a school day.
Yeah, you don't hear like no bells, no tardy bells.
No,
They
no.
still ring the bell to change classes. Is it like that at your school?
I control those actually
Oh.
because I'm tech. I control the bell system and I have different schedules made up. So like a Friday's a short day. I got a Friday day. I've got a test day one that it only rings beginning at the end of the day. And I have summer days. And the summer times are 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. So there's a bell that goes off at 8 and a bell that goes off at 3. But that's not even for the kids. That's just for us to say like, hey, time to get in. Yeah. It's time to go.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you don't have to worry about any of that. I'm very excited. And the last 2 weeks, like I said, that I'm there without the kids, I got stuff to take care of, like updating, refreshing a lot of devices for student and staff. But that really only takes me a few days. After that, I'm watching Netflix in my room because they're not really requiring anything from me. I just have to be there.
Got to be present.
Just got to be there. So I'm locked away in my office, chilling. Like I wish I could go home, but like I'm not mad at being here.
All right. That makes sense, though. That's lovely.
Yeah. And just to kind of recap, since I'm already here, we left on Thursday, had the rest of that week, ran straight into the weekend. I can't remember what I did on Saturday, but Sunday was a hell of a fucking Mother's Day. Jeez.
Yeah, man. Tell me about it.
So woke up late, and Shorty was, I guess, relaxing on some chill shit. She wants to watch church this morning. So I'm not tripping on it. You know what? We don't have to put the clothes on and go. We can watch church. Your day, you do whatever you want. And that's what I did on Saturday. I was out. I don't know why it was so stressful getting Mother's Day shit on Saturday. But when you get older, there's more mothers to take care of. I got Shorty. I got my mom. I got my grandmother. I got my sister. So I'm getting presents and then realizing, oh, I forgot somebody. I got to drive back to Hallmark. I got to drive back to Target to get this. I got to drive back and get these flowers, get this, get that. So I found myself even on Sunday going to pick stuff up. The last thing I needed to get, of course, I had flowers, cards, candy, that entire stuff for Shorty. But I said this year like I was going to get kind of personal, and I made some magnets of us and of her and her daughter, as well as like some framed photos.
Okay.
Had to go pick that up from like a drugstore type of situation on Sunday morning. Got up. Had to make a full breakfast spread. Like, so I got in there and I chefed the whole, you know, eggs, pancakes, bacon, sausage, grits, eggs, the whole nine. Like, and I don't know if, I mean, you probably know or remember enough. Growing up, there were points like I wouldn't even take the homeboys to dinner for my birthday. I was like, you know what? Let's go to breakfast. breakfast is my favorite fucking meal. So I can kill breakfast. Like I've been on the mini skillet like since a kid, like making breakfast. I can fucking murder breakfast. on Jesus, I can murder breakfast. I'm a fucking assassin when it comes to breakfast.
Oh God.
Like a black pancake with the crispy edges. You feel me?
Cooked all the way through.
Yeah, come on now.
Yeah.
But I can't remember. I think we ordered in something for lunch, and then we went over to my mom's house. Got to spend time with my mom and my grandmother and my sister for Mother's Day. Was over there for a few hours, and then the plan was for me, Shorty, and her daughter to go out to eat. She says, "Nope, I want to stay home. Can you make something?"
Damn.
So not only, and I'm doing everything that she usually does. So after breakfast, I'm washing every dish, of course, shit like that.
Right.
Ordered in for the lunch, then we get to dinner, and I was like, that's not a horrible idea. And in my head, I'm like, that's gonna save me some money going out.
Yeah. It's like,
what do you want to eat? I want you to make a hibachi. Oh. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And technically it was still cheaper, but now I'm in here chefing rice. Like, and I find myself like remembering the shit the hibachi guys was doing. Like, you remember when they're done making a meat and they scoot everything off to the end. Like, bro, I'm doing everything.
You putting on a show.
Yeah, like
you got the toys and shit.
Yeah, I'm throwing my hat in it. I'm throwing my egg in the hat and shit. I got the fucking onion train and shit going. But
onion train is crazy.
Yeah, and I thought that she was gonna make shit easy.
Yeah.
Like, on God, I thought she was gonna make things easy. I'm like, you know what? I could do hibachi. Menu type shit. You want chicken? You want shrimp? You want steak? You pick which one. I want all of them. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Like,
yo, bro, you crazy.
And then like you can't ever do nothing nice for like the mother on Mother's Day. Here comes Shorty's out like, oh, you making hibachi? God damn, I guess I'm making triple the hibachi, nigga. I thought you were eating dino nuggets.
What's it called? Bodie gotta eat too. Fuck it.
Yeah, now the nigga eating plain steak and shit. I got this nigga a New York strip. The fuck? But
I thought you was eating dino nuggets.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Is that fucking kid cuisine not thought out or something?
You didn't turn it in the microwave.
Yeah, like, is the Michelina's dinner not still up there? What the fuck?
Bro, you crazy.
We gotta have chicken pot pie.
Somewhere, bro. Oh my God.
So I'm making rice, chicken, shrimp, steak.
Sheesh.
I made pot stickers as an appetizer.
Wow, okay.
I'm in there pouring wine. That motherfucker get low. I'm repouring it. Yeah. Oh, you need a refill?
You showing out.
Yeah. Towel over the arm and shit.
Okay.
Towel
over the arm.
Yeah. You know how they be at the restaurant. They go, come on now.
Oh, bro.
All in all, it was cool though. But
yeah,
this was the first Mother's Day that it actually did set in like shit that mothers do. On Jesus Christ, I was so fucking tired after that entire day of cooking and washing dishes. On my Lord, Car, I feel like I had played 4 quarters.
Damn.
Like, the cooking ain't even it. It's like, you wash all the dishes after? God damn. Like,
yep.
I didn't even know my arms got this tired. Now, my fucking shirt keep hitting the sink. Now my shirt wet. Like, anybody that wash dishes, you gotta hate that shit. You fuck around, you get your whole goddamn stomach wet, touching the sink. Fuck! Fuck!
Oh God, that shit is irritating.
Like, that shit is annoying as fuck.
It's just screaming. That's how it be, for real.
No, like real shit. You knew it was there and everything. You should have dried that shit.
Every little small thing pissing you off.
Yeah, like,
bro. Damn.
Oh man,
that shit is funny right now, bro.
But all in all, it was a really good day.
Great.
It's a really good day.
Sounded amazing, bro.
Then we go into the week, Monday, Tuesday. we get to Wednesday, we here, man.
Yeah,
you know?
man.
I don't have too much more. That was my Mother's Day recap
Nice.
pod. That's why we weren't here on a Monday.
Right.
Of course, it was Mother's Day. The day was reserved for parents and shit.
Sure, for sure. We actually talked about it, thought about it. I didn't even hit you. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, damn. I'm like, maybe Cari gonna hit me. We get a little Saturday pod.
Nah.
Cari said, nah, I'm gonna be chilling today.
Yeah,
I don't blame you.
Yeah, it got a little busy.
Yeah, and from what you said, you did Mother's Day on Saturday. So like, there's no, yeah. Tell me about your week.
Yeah, man. So like you said, we left Thursday. Thursday, Friday was just cool work, you know, chilling. But Saturday was a very long day, so I'm going to try to recap. Hopefully I get everything. I may, like, as I'm talking, just remember I may be a little long-winded, so just stay with me, pod. But I woke up on Saturday morning very early. First thing first, shout out to my boy Kalen and Tyra. Super day one fans of the show. Let's give it up to them. Not only are they expecting baby number 2, they have also just bought a new home. Oh, man. Shout out to them for sure, man. But, yes, sir. Started the day, though. They just closed on the house maybe last week or the week.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So with that being said, you know, they asked a few of us, a few of the LBs to come help them just move a few things out the storage to the new home, right? Cool. Kaylin's my dog. Like I said, day one of the show, always supportive, a great brother. I'm going to be there for you, brother, anytime. But we started the day early, right? Because you got to get this done super early. And they live far as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Fort Worth, Texas to Forney, Texas.
Oh, okay.
With no traffic on a Saturday morning, really only took me maybe about 45, 50 minutes.
Okay, I was going to say 35, something like that. Okay.
No, sir.
Maybe for me.
Add another 10, 15 to that. But think about a day where everybody's on the road. Shit probably going to take an hour, hour and a half, right? But anyways, started the day early. I believe I got to the storage unit around 9. And I would say from packing up everything that we had in the storage to moving it into the crib, it was only about a 10-minute drive to the crib. We took 2 trips. I would say we probably finished up around 12:31. So that's what, about 3-4 hours, 4.5 hours maybe. So knock that out, right? So prior to me getting to Forney, I'm like, you know, I'm already gonna be out. Let me hit my mom like early in the week to say, hey, what you doing on Saturday? Let's just do Mother's Day on Saturday, right? Because I knew I was already going to be out this way. I'm thinking, hey, Forney to where they live in Waxahachie can't be that far, right? I'm like, I think the distance is pretty close.
No, it's not.
So once I finished with Kaylin, I hadn't even mapped it out yet. Kaylin is from Red Oak, which is just like the next city before you get to Waxahachie, right? So before I leave, before I even hit the GPS, I'm like, Kaylin, like, how far, like, your people crib from here? He like, shit, that's like another 45. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what made you think those cities were next to each other.
I'm like, damn, I thought it was a little closer than that. But anyway, so this is the reason why Mother's Day was on Saturday for me. I had it all planned out. I knew I was going to be out with Kaylin first in the morning, like I said, helping them move. So I hit mom early in the week. I think like early Monday, Tuesday last week was like, hey, let's just do everything on Saturday. So I finish up with Kaylin, wrap up with Kaylin, shoot to my parents' crib, take a shower. And we're going out to eat. Mom want to do Mexican. So again, I'm giving you all the cities so I can let you know like how much driving back and forth I was doing.
We're already Forney to Waxahachie.
We're already Fort Worth to Forney to Waxahachie.
Fort Worth to Forney to Waxahachie. Okay.
So take a shower, and me, mom, and my dad go out to eat. So I'm back to Red Oak now. Waxahachie to Red Oak. We do a little Mexican spot there. And I'm doing all the driving today, by the way, just keeping this in mind. So I've already drove my car, however many miles. Then we hop in my mama's car, and I'm doing all the driving for the day.
And all of these places are outskirts. These are not, everything you said besides Fort Worth is not in this. These are far places.
Yep. So we eat at the Mexican spot, you know. That was cool. Mom picked the places to place her and my dad have went to before. So they already knew the food was good. Had a little Mexican spread. It was nice, right? So after we finished eating, there's this new store. I don't know if you're heard of it or aware of it. It's called BJ's Wholesale. It's similar to Costco. Have you heard of this store, by the way?
I think I've heard of it. Okay. I've never been.
So Costco, you know, is a place you can buy a lot of shit in bulk, you know, big quantities. This place is very similar. You still buy a lot of things in bulk, but it's smaller quantities.
Okay.
That's kind of like the concept, just to get that in your head. But anyways, new store. There's one in Grand Prairie, one in Waxahachie. So just opened, I believe, that Friday, the day before, right? So this is Saturday. They just opened, had their grand opening the day before. So mom already got membership. She got us like a secondary membership under her. She just want to check it out. So we leave there, right?
Okay.
And so that's Red Oak. Now we go back to Waxahachie to go to the store.
Cari, you're at least 150 to 200 miles already.
Easy, right? So I'm like, cool. All right, so we check it out. It's a nice little store. And I'm going to bring this store back up. So I'm just going to leave it there. But we shop there. Now, again, it's Mother's Day, right? The Saturday before Mother's Day. So my nephew's mom, she obviously celebrating Mother's Day as well, has a gift for my mom. So she wants us to pull up.
So you're going to take her to go get where's this?
So now I'm going from Waxahachie to Mansfield, Arlington, which is another about 30-minute drive, you know, the opposite direction.
East. Yeah.
Yeah. So then we pull up on them, right? Get to see my nephews, get to see my little niece, kick it with them. All is great. Had a good time, right? So while I'm there, I think I said this maybe a few months back, but my nephews asked me for a basketball goal. And I just hadn't got it yet, right? They were supposed to send me the one that they wanted, never did. Kind of just forgot about it. So the youngest nephew, when I got there, he kind of checked me. He was like, "Hey, I thought you said you was gonna get us a basketball goal, you know?" So I was like, "Man, your older brother didn't tell me which one you wanted, blah, blah, blah. Here, I'm gonna just figure it out and I'm gonna get you one very soon," right? I kind of just left it at that. But in my mind, I'm like, bro, I gotta show up for my nephews. I'm trying to make this shit happen as quickly as possible.
So you're gonna take them to go get a basketball?
No, not yet. So we celebrate Mother's Day with them, have fun. Now we shooting back to Waxahachie, right? Because obviously we got to go back to the crib.
What time is it at this point?
By the time we left there, I would probably say 5-ish, maybe. It was late afternoon for sure. But had a good time there, celebrated with them, you know, kicked it. Shot back to the crib. And now I'm just chilling with mom and dad at the crib, right? It's been a great day, a long day. But now we're just celebrating, cooling, chilling. Me and Pop sitting in the garage. He smoking a cigar. We talking. Mom back and forth and out the house, just having a good time, spending time with my people.
We were definitely not partying this day.
So you see why the original plan was like, hey, I'm going to hit you Saturday night if I got time. I didn't leave there to maybe about 9, somewhere around there.
PM? Okay.
And the way I normally go, the freeway that I normally take, just happened to have a lane closure this night as I was leaving. So normally I would take, like I said, freeway, takes me through Dallas, right? Then I can hit the tollway, boom, straight shot to the crib. So now I'm trying to leave out. I get to the freeway and it's nothing but red lights. It's stop traffic and it's backed up at least almost 5 miles. So now I have to bust a U and take the opposite direction that I took when I went to go see my nephews, the Mansfield route.
Okay.
All the way back through Mansfield, Arlington, just to get back to Fort Worth. To get home.
That's nasty.
So, nigga, this entire day from Saturday, like morning, from 7, 8 a.m. to I think I got home like around 10. I had just been driving the entire day, bro.
You're Fort Worth to Forney to Waxahachie to Red Oak to Mansfield. Oh, I'm sorry. To Waxahachie to Red Oak, back to Waxahachie to Mansfield, back to Waxahachie, back through Mansfield to Fort Worth. God damn.
A lot of fucking driving. And gas is high as shit right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would have been telling niggas I ain't got it.
Gas is crazy, right? So, again, though, Saturday was amazing, man. Got to spend time with my mom, of course, with my dad. Got to see my nephews. Got to see my niece. Just had an amazing day, right? So, again, I brought up the store BJ's, and I brought up the basketball goal. So the next day on Sunday, I originally didn't have any plans to see my mom, right? I'm like, hey, we did everything Saturday. I'm cool. I'm just going to relax on Sunday. Right. So like I said, with the basketball goal situation, the whole night I'm thinking like, bro, I have to find a way to get this basketball goal to my nephews ASAP, right? And I need my dad's truck. With that being said, I don't have, a big enough car to go buy a goal, tote it, take it to them. So my people were still hanging out the next day, running some errands. I end up calling them, seeing where they are. So they make their way back to the Grand Prairie side of town. And I'm like, okay, bet. It's about 10, 15 minutes from where my nephews live, like Arlington, Mansfield, Grand Prairie. So I find a store, a Walmart nearby that has a basketball goal. I meet them in Grand Prairie, get the basketball goal, take the basketball goal to Mansfield so my little nephews can have it. And I just left it there. I was like, hey, I'll find some time to come back and help y'all put this together, or if y'all end up putting it together without me, perfectly fine. But at least y'all got the basketball goal, right? So check that off the list. Now, the store, BJ's Wholesale, I didn't bring up what happened initially when I went there. So again, it's grand opening the day before. So typically when a store opens brand new, they have amazing fucking deals and they basically giving shit out for free.
Yes. Yes.
So when I'm in there the day before on Saturday, I'm in the electronics section, looking at speakers, looking at TVs, looking at soundboards, and thinking in my head, as the pod been on, you've been on, I'm doing some home improvement, got some ideas, lined up, and some things that I want to like change and upgrade, you know? So the next day after we dropped the basketball goal off,
okay,
I'm like, hey, what y'all about to do? Let's go back to Waxahachie. So again, I went from Mansfield. Well, I was in Grand Prairie, Mansfield area. I shot back to Waxahachie on Sunday.
Yeah, you're tripping.
Just to go to this store, right? And the reason why I went to this store is because, again, when I say they giving shit out for free, pod, I'm going to tell y'all what I bought, and I'm going to tell you the price, just so you know this amazing deal that I got. So
I'm about to get mad. I already know what he's about to say is going to piss me the fuck off.
Brother, so
it's only gonna piss me off because he don't buy shit and then tell niggas they giving it away for free. He go gatekeep the shit.
I ain't gatekeeping. I'm telling it now.
It's too fucking late. It's the grand opening now.
No, they still got it. But so I'm looking at the TVs, brother, and think about a 85-inch Samsung
you
TV.
motherfucker.
If you just had to guess the starting price for a TV like that, what would you assume?
85. I have a 65, and 4 years ago it was a $600 TV.
Okay. What do you think it is today?
An 85-inch television, Samsung Smart TV, because I have a Samsung and it's 60.
Yep.
That's an easy $900 to $1,100 television.
Okay. So the original price on this TV was $1,200.
Yeah. See. Yeah.
But they had it on sale for roughly about $650 to $700.
An 85-inch? I mean, what the fuck?
85-inch. It's the 2025 model, so it ain't brand spanking new.
Yes,
but
it
it's
is.
Brand spanking fucking new. You hear me?
Yes, it fucking is.
Right. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, nah, dog, ain't no way. Right. You know what I mean? It's $500 off this TV, and I'm like, man, I got 275s already, but I'm like 85 just staring at me, right? And I do need 2 more TVs, right, in my crib. So I'm at the point where I'm like, I want a TV in both living areas and all the bedrooms. Yep. So a total of 5 TVs that I need. Currently, I only have 3. So I'm like, it just makes sense now that this deal is here. Let me just see what it is. So boom, you got the 85 for about $650, $700. They also selling a 75 that I think the original price was roughly about $600, $700.
Shit, probably like $290.
Shit was like $300, $400, right? And then this all Samsung still, once again, which is the brand that I love. I only like to buy Samsung TV. I just think they the best, right? So I'm like, nigga, if I'm gonna get a brand new TV for the living area. I already got one with a soundboard. I need another soundboard.
I was gonna say, yeah, this nigga went got.
So the soundboards, right? I go over there. The soundboard is about $100 off. You know what I mean? Like I think the original price was somewhere in the twos. Now it's like 100 something, right? So I'm like, nigga, I'm thinking. The day before, I kind of like clocked it. I'm like, I don't know if I should do it. We wasn't in my dad's truck. We was in my mom's car the day before. You know, so I was like, it don't make sense. Can't do it now. When we shot back the next day, I'm like,
You got everything with you now.
I think I'm finna do it. Pops got his truck. You know what I mean? I'm like, we only the store really like a 5-minute drive from their crib. I'm like, bro, I think I'm finna do it. So we go. We at the store. I'm adding up all the prices. Remember, I told you the original price for that 85-inch was $1,200, right?
Yeah, you said it knocked down to like 6.
I leave this bitch with an 85-inch, a 75-inch, and a brand new soundboard for like $1,400 out the door.
Yeah, I'm finna get mad. Cause over the weekend, like real shit, I was just telling my girl that like I got a soundboard up there, and it's Samsung to match the Samsung Smart TV, right. But I've been in the mood for like them woofers, like the surround. Yeah. So like I want the bar that goes under the TV, and I want 2 like
subwoofers.
Yeah, I got like I just got a new couch, so I want one to go behind one couch, one to go like behind the other. Like when I'm watching and like a suspense or action or I want to feel that bitch behind me, nigga.
I want to hear thump.
Yeah, I fucking hate you.
The thing is though, like if niggas want to go to the store, I got the membership. Like we could go. It's one in Grand Prairie. We ain't gotta go to Waxahachie. You know what I'm saying? The same prices. That one just opened as well, so we can make it happen. We can talk about it later, guys. If you listening, hit me. We can definitely make this shit happen. But nigga, I left out of there with 2 TVs and a soundboard, $1,400. Like a deal that I cannot beat, bro. Literally, again, the reason why I told you the price of that original 85-inch being $1,200, I got that, another one, and a soundboard for the same price as the original price of that TV.
I was gonna say the 75 and a good soundbar is 14.
at least
a band. At least
close to a band for sure, at least.
The 85 and a soundbar is 14 for sure.
Yes.
All 3 of them?
All 3 for 14 out the door, nigga.
One of those TVs you got for free, basically. You basically got one of those TVs for free. Yep. You basically got the 75-inch for free.
Ran about that bitch. Definitely ran about that bitch.
Oh, hell yeah. Like, you dumbasses. Yeah, I would have my middle fingers up as I was leaving.
What, bro? Honestly, like, it was funny as I was checking out. I think they had like one of the managers or just somebody higher up nearby. I was kind of talking to her, just asking questions like, hey, what if I want to, bring this back? What's the return policy? What if I want to do like a price match type thing? So the return policy, she told me that 30 days, boom, whatever, bring it back. I was like, okay, cool. She kind of walked off. And as I was leaving, I was like, okay, one more question. Let's just say, right? I'm just playing. Obviously, I know I got a great ass deal, but I was like, let's just say if I happen to find a better price, could I bring this shit back and price match it? She was like, if you don't get out my face.
Yeah, like, honestly.
She was like, you're not going to find a better price than this.
Before I take this shit back. Right? Yeah, like, leave.
Literally, bro. Yeah, man. But it was raining on Sunday or cloudy. It started to rain like as the night hit. So I didn't bring them the shits here. So they just sitting at my people crib. And I want to finish like getting all my shit together before, I got
you add the finishing details.
Right, I got some paint I'm finna do, so I don't want to mount a TV, take it off. But yeah, bro, like I robbed their ass literally on Sunday.
Yeah, good.
I was like, woo.
Good for you.
Yeah, man. But I know I was kind of long-winded there. Just wanted to tell that story, make it a little funny. But that was my weekend, man. My past week. Or the last couple of days just leading up to the pod, just been working some overtime, like I said before. I'm just trying to, do some shit for the crib. So I just want a little extra in my pocket. But yeah, man, I feel good. Everything is moving in the right direction this month. Productivity, like you said early on, like I'm just feeling great and just happy to be back in the studio, man.
Same.
Yep.
Now that our weeks are out of the way, I don't think we have intros. And if we did, it was what we just did there.
I'm cool with that for sure.
So yeah, let's get into the pod. Let's tackle the the meat and potatoes of this shit, man.
Let's do it, man. It's a big pod. Come on, man. You know what we here to talk.
Yeah, man. Come on, it's the Iceman pod. Fucking world. But we're not getting straight to Drake.
Yeah, nah.
We got to talk what we were set to talk Monday. Mm-hmm. We had a couple of big releases. The biggest, I would say, was Chris Brown's Brown, 27-track R&B album that released over the last weekend, and it got a lot of mixed reviews. I'll say that.
Hell yeah, it did. That's being nice.
Oh my gosh, yes, that's being gracious.
Yes, very.
I did get a chance to listen to the album. I got a chance to listen to the album in its entirety. And I have to say, now I didn't say this was going to be his best album. I said this had the potential, last pod, to be his best album.
Right.
And had I said it was going to be his best album, I would have been wrong. I heard all of these tracks, and I do think there's some really, really, really good tracks. This is some really good music. But what we talked about and what you leaned heavier on in the pod than I did was that, of course, there's going to be great songs in there, but with 27, you have to know that there's going to be a lot in there that can take him away from this being your best album ever. And I think that's something that Chris Brown falls victim to just about every album when he decides to load it with as many tracks as he does. I think one of the curses of being the gift and the curse that comes with being independent is A&R and quality control.
True.
When you have control of every part of the release and all of the recording, you are under the impression that all of these records are good enough to make the album. Mm-hmm. But sometimes you do need that outside opinion or that outside ear, like an A&R quality control team that says, that ain't a diamond record. That ain't a platinum record. So while I do think there's some really good music on here, enough for me to tell the listenership, go listen to this album, I do think he fell victim to what he falls victim to pretty much every album, which is adding too many tracks and not all of them meet the highest quality tier that some of them do. Yeah. How do you feel about the album?
Yeah, man. So my stance is very similar. Now, I do want to say I didn't play this album until Sunday morning. It came out last week, Friday. I fell victim to social media and hearing everybody else talk about it, seeing the mixed reviews to the point where I was already like 27 songs is a lot. I don't have the time. Don't want to give this, a Friday night or Thursday night listen. Really didn't even want to give it a Friday listen. So went the whole weekend almost without pressing play on this album, right? But when I did finally press play Sunday morning, I was doing yard work, cutting the grass. And just like you said, I mean, the mixed reviews and the negativity, I really don't understand it fully because I do think there are some really high and great points throughout this album. My only critique is similar also to what you said. There's just no cohesiveness. There's not enough cohesiveness when you have 27 songs and there's really just no concept. I think that's one thing that Chris Brown kind of falls victim of as well.
A lot.
When it comes to his albums, it's like you don't really have a concept to tie all of this R&B shit together.
Just a collection of songs, really.
Just a fucking mixtape. Literally what it sounds like. But again, I truly think like this album ain't as bad as people are really making it out to be. Like I really went into it on Sunday when I finally slapped them headphones on. I was nervous. I'm like, this shit finna be terrible from what I'm seeing, from what I'm hearing. And when I'm hearing, I'm like, this shit ain't even that bad. You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, I really like it. I do think, man, again, with the cohesiveness and like, I feel like he reaches for hits and maybe even needs to like add some more like maturity to his music. Like every song is honey pack, fucking in the club, on fuck bitches. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I get it. But for Chris Brown at this stage in his career, what I personally would want is just to take that pen to the next level. You know what I mean? Like take it to a more intricate level, get a little more deep with the writing and not be so surface level when it comes to the shit that we're talking about. That's my only critique. But you get half, like the back half of this album, and nigga, that R&B is crucial.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
I'm like, y'all kind of tripping. So all in all, sorry to be long-winded once again. I don't think it's as bad as y'all trying to make it. 27 songs a lot. You got to just pick and choose, find your good tracks. But there's at least a good 10 to 15 like R&B hitters on this album to me.
I think a big problem, and this happens with Drake, this happens with a lot of other artists in today's time period, not so much like early 2000s, mid 2000s, 2010s, but as the late 2010s and now starts to come, I think Chris Brown falls victim to the same thing that a lot of popular artists now, which is they're realizing I've been in the game 10, 15, maybe even 20 years, but I haven't lost how hot I am. I'm still hot. And because I'm still hot, at this point, like say it was from 2000 to 2010 or 15, by that point, Mary J. Blige isn't smoking hot anymore. Jaheim or I'm trying to think of
Jaheim, Joe,
like
Avant,
all of these guys, Music Soul Child are still big. Tyrese aren't. They're big, but they're not still smoking hot.
I know what you mean.
So they're not still reaching to please mainstream America. They've already moved into that older, grown, and sexy legacy era. Drake and Chris and a lot of them, even Usher, nowadays, they find themselves still trying to please young people when at this point, I'm at the age where I don't even believe this shit that I'm singing anymore. I'm doing grown and sexy shit now, but I can't make music for them anymore, or I can't make music for them yet because it's not, I still have a bigger fan base and more money that I'm trying to reach out here than if I just tried to reach the 25 to 40 crowd, when really they would make a lot better music reaching the 25 to 40 crowd.
Absolutely. I mean, I couldn't agree more. That's why you get songs like Honey Pack and Fucking Party.
Yeah.
And there's another one I can't think of.
Because they're still trying to play shit in the clubs.
Hashtag Body Goes. Even though that one has Tank on it, still like the lyrics, even to the title, I'm like, yo, this don't necessarily fit who I think the demographic that you should be pushing for.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Just agreeing with what you said. Yes. Like that was my whole point, even where I said like, I kind of want him, I don't want to say grow up, but just make the music a little bit more mature. You know, you're not in the club all the time, Chris. I know you still, are young and you probably clubbing, but nigga, you make it seem like you in the club every night. You know what I'm saying? You got daughters, nigga, that I know you at home with. You know what I'm saying? Talk about that shit. Like talk about your relationships. Like it's just so much more. Like I just wish he would unpack rather than us trying to reach for the club hits on 27 songs.
And at the bare minimum, especially like when it comes to age and where they are, the best and biggest thing, especially a reason why I loved and enjoyed Drake, especially growing up, is that he was extremely relatable. I don't see how they expect to continue to resonate with their fan base and we even said this about Jay at a certain point. We start to say this about Jay when Magna Carta came out. Can you still relate or resonate when you've reached the point of unrelatability? Like you can't relate anymore. I can't relate to the shit Chris Brown's saying, and I feel like I'm past it. And you're way past it. He's the same way we look at the Drakes and the other ones. I'm pretty sure Drake's older. I mean, Chris Brown's older than like my oldest sister, which makes that nigga almost 42. Yeah, not 42, but he makes him almost 40.
Almost 40
as well.
Right.
Yeah.
But he's definitely pushing 40. I would probably just guess like 36, 37 if I had to. Probably closer.
Yeah, I'd probably say 37 or 8.
Let's see.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get Chris's age.
Christopher Maurice.
He's 37.
37.
He's 37.
This year just turned 37 a week ago. So, yeah, you're correct.
And I'm sorry. Like the best thing about music is being able to turn it on and feel like you're going through what that person's going through, or like they were able to write their shit down and go in the booth and accurately describe everything you were just going through. Everybody that I feel like used to do that forever doesn't do that anymore because we've gotten to a time period where we're still talking to kids.
I mean, yeah, and
even there's a lot of people that have switched the whole regime of their career to kind of satisfy what's hot now, which is kids.
True. Yeah. My thing with Chris Brown, again, I'm just gonna keep tying into just like the songwriting and the composing. He's a great songwriter.
He's great.
A legend when it comes to that. But in today's time, when I'm thinking of the newer artists, I'm gonna bring up Leon, I'm gonna bring up Giveon. You know what I mean? Like when you listen to their last projects, right? Whether it be Mud, Give or Take, Beloved, Folks, Heal, like all of these songs are so great the first time you hear it. I remember the first time I heard Vibes Don't Lie by Leon. Like, nigga, I felt like I was in a whole different dimension. The first time I heard, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna add one. Yeah, the first time you hear 20s by Giveon.
The first time I heard Give or Take, like, nigga, I was floating. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's a newer artist, it's a newer sound, it's more refreshing to hear those guys compared to Chris Brown, who's been here 15 years at that point when these guys come out. I get that.
Still though.
But at the same time, like, it's a new like regime, like you said, or a new sound, or just a new level of songwriting, composing, where it stops you in your place. And that's what I'm searching for from our greats. And I know when you've been in the game, you know, this is your 12th album, you've been here 20 years, maybe it's hard to do that, but maybe it's not. Maybe we're not trying to do that anymore. Maybe we are just doing what we know works, or just trying to compose a hit, a club hit, because we know it's going to pop. Like, I don't know.
Is it our fault? Maybe it's our fault, Cari.
Why?
Shout out Jordan. Shout out my favorite Michael Jordan commercial like ever. Maybe it's my fault.
My fault. Why though? Tell me.
Exactly what you just said. The last two sentences. It's been 10 years. It's been 20 years. It's been 12 albums. It's been 16 albums. Okay. Is it our fault for expecting that level of music? Like, is it our fault that we're expecting Jordan to play like 98 and 01? Or like to play like 95 Jordan and he's got a Wizards jersey on?
Kind of. Kind of. I know what you're saying.
He's not gonna go put up 40 out there.
Kind of, but I don't know. Music, I know it's not the exact same, right? Sports and music, right? But I mean, you have a true point. Like, maybe we are asking or expecting too much from our legends, our greats.
We're asking Bron to come back from 3-1
3-0
and 3-0 and beat SGA.
Yeah, maybe we are asking too much, huh?
I battle that a lot.
I do too, but with Chris Brown and his rollout and the album cover and everything that you do prior to,
you sold me.
You hyped me up.
You sold
to that
me.
Point where I'm like, okay, brother, let's see your game. Let me see the reps that you've been putting in. And I just don't think he lived up to that with this album.
I agree. I think comments and reviews such as like a 1.3 from Pitchfork, I think that's inappropriate.
Yeah, they're but and
then
is a piece of shit.
Yeah. Now that like, and Cari's laughing because it's funny, but
it was hilarious. But you know, they out there.
That's inappropriate. Yeah. See, there's just a lot of shit, and this goes back to the old school in me. Like, that editor would never say that shit to Chris Brown's face. Chris Brown is one of the few niggas in the music game that, you know, like, man, even fuck the gun, fuck dying. That nigga will put fists up and beat the fucking shit out of you. Like
that, I was gonna say slap. Like he will slap the shit out of you.
Chris Brown has a known reputation with his hands.
Yes, bro.
His phalanges do that shit.
Yes, bro.
That's the type of shit I don't respect. Like, everything that we said up here right now, I could look Chris Brown in his face and tell him I feel that way about his album.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and call your album a piece of shit. That's fucking now. There are albums I call a piece of shit, but albums that are a piece of shit, I will say your album's a piece of shit to you. Yeah. That album's not a piece of shit. It's nowhere close.
Yeah.
And that draws me back to the same place I'm always drawn back to when it comes to Chris Brown. Like, man, let me be careful with my words because it could be a man. I highly doubt it though. There's some woman back there that's still mad at Chris Brown. Like, cut the shit out. Like, that's when I see albums a piece of shit. Yeah. Like, there's a lot of people, like even a Kanye West that said everything that's as dangerous as he said over the last few years. You don't see niggas talking to, like, you could honestly just say fucking nothing. Like the way Kanye's albums came out during the little blackball era, and it was just going flat under the radar.
Right. No pub, no nothing.
You could say nothing about my album, right, but you spoke up to be a bitch.
Yep.
That I don't like. There's that other nigga that I can't stand his fucking face. Like, he's been making music reviews for a really long time. His fucking big ass face in the camera. He's a white guy with glasses.
Yeah, I can't think of it. I just seen it.
He made a fucked up review too. I don't like that nigga either. Yeah,
I can't think of his name.
He's the same nigga that 3 weeks ago told us Iceman in 36 hours. Yeah, I don't like that nigga. I don't like the shape of his glasses. I don't like his face. I don't like the fact that he's got a mustache and a beard, but they only kind of coming in. I don't like none of that shit.
Yeah, I feel you.
I don't like his white boy rap opinions. And maybe we just came up in an era where Chris Brown is so important to us that we're willing to die on that hill. But I think it's incredibly disrespectful, the shit that they put out about him, especially Pitchfork. I think
for sure.
I think that shit is past disrespectful. I think it's unprofessional. Like, and we live in a time period now where, like, if this was the 60s, 70s, 80s, like, you pulling that shit off of newspapers, off of editorials, people getting fired for saying shit like that. Shit's just funny now. Yeah. That shit's unacceptable.
A piece of shit was crazy.
That's fucking crazy. And the thing is, never let me run into that nigga if I'm Chris. I swear to God, I'll slap the shit out you when I see you.
So much to the fact that, like, I almost didn't believe it at first. Like, I had to double check and triple check that this was the real Pitchfork.
This is Pitchfork.
And I laughed, of course. It is funny, right, in the moment. But I agree with your stance and everything that you said when it comes to a level of professionalism from a platform as highly regarded as Pitchfork. You don't have to agree with what they say, but that's a platform that holds weight. You know what I mean? That could push.
Very much so.
That could push narratives and XYZ, right? So the last thing I'll say about that, I agree with you, and I do think they did it on purpose with a motive, not only to, you know, continue to push negativity towards Chris Brown, but to also know that he wouldn't ignore that shit and that he would have something to say about it, and they wanted to push his buttons. Now, Chris Brown, I wish he didn't respond. I wish he didn't see it. Obviously, I know that's not going to happen, but
he did respond with humility, though.
He did. But at the same time, like, I just wish he would take that and just know that it's bait. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was strictly just bait from Pitchfork. A 1.3 and your album is a piece of shit. Like, bro. Like, I ain't never seen anything like that. I told you I had to, like, really double check that shit. I saw the check mark, but I was like, no, like, there's no way I'm reading this from Pitchfork, calling the album a piece of shit. You don't have to like the album. I don't care. They call that man's album a piece of shit.
Yeah, and after the funny part, like, I'm serious. Like, I'm getting pissed off thinking about it. Like, that shit.
It's crazy, right, bro?
It's about as disrespectful as it fucking comes. Like, you're a globally regarded business.
Yep.
I think that's ridiculous. Like, it's the type of shit, and I don't even mean physically. I mean, in the business world, people shouldn't be able to get off just saying. Like, you shouldn't be able to move on to your next position, and, like, niggas don't bring that up in your interview.
Yep.
And what a shitty company Pitchfork is for, like, seeing the editor's review and they're like, yeah, send it out. That's fucking ridiculous. And the social media nigga, whoever pushed that fucking tweet, if it wasn't Chris Brown, jobs would be had. That's crazy.
Yep.
That's fucking crazy. That's crazy disrespectful.
If it wasn't a black man, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Come on now.
Yeah, niggas wouldn't do that to Ed Sheeran.
Oh, boy.
Nope.
Nah. Not at all.
Niggas wouldn't do that to Justin Bieber.
Because, like you said, that's their job.
Like
they're coming for their job.
That's fucking like that's crazy.
They're literally coming for their job. If that's a white man's album, I will bet the whole house on that shit, nigga.
Cari, just imagine Pitchfork said the new Taylor Swift album was a piece of shit.
Yeah, come on
Are
now.
you crazy?
That person would be unemployed.
Her manager would call up there and have that nigga fired. But it's Chris.
Yeah, exactly.
Say Let It Rock.
Yep.
Because he had a domestic violence case in 2009. Bro, this shit was almost 20 years ago, Cari.
Yep.
That shit was almost 20 years ago. Yep. Oh my God. And she started. No, I'm just fucking kidding. First. I'm just kidding, guys.
Chill, brother.
I'm totally fucking kidding.
Chill. One more thing I just want to say about Chris Brown. I know I talk about the albums, you know, being 20, 30, 40 burgers. I did some history, some homework, and going all the way back to the very first album. This is his 12th album once again. Every album since the first one has had at least 18 songs on it. And so you start to like think about that and think like, yeah, it is crazy to continuously put this many tracks on an album. And of course you want somebody to, you know, package 12 to 15, make it more cohesive, make it make sense, make it do X, Y, Z. But I'm like, damn, Chris Brown never did this shit. You know, when I look back and I'm like, again, maybe we just asking for shit that we shouldn't ask for at a certain point. 25, 30, 40 is always going to be a lot to me, but this guy isn't like, you know, my absolute number one favorite. So right. I can listen to these albums again and just take my 10 and move on about my life and not really give a damn that it's 40 tracks on the album.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same way. Now, will I come to the defense of Chris Brown all the time? Because I do believe outside of maybe like R. Kelly or Usher that he's for sure the best our generation's ever seen. Yes, but yeah, he's not somebody that I'm going to be incredibly disappointed if he took a misstep in his discography. Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, I don't really care that much.
I'm not here to do that for Chris Brown.
Right, exactly.
But like you said, the tracks that are amazing for me, I'm good for downloading an entire album, finding out what I enjoy, and deleting the rest of the tracks.
Yep.
Like, I will make the perfect album for myself and run around telling niggas you got album of the year.
And truly, I think like you can do that with this album. I swear to God, you can pick 10, 12, 15 out of the 27 and really have that on your phone.
The perfect album.
It's be a hell of an R&B project.
Same.
Are you kidding me? Like this shit, that's why I'm like, bro, y'all tripping. I didn't think this shit sounded as horrible as y'all tried to make it at all.
No. And and if we're being honest, I think there were only social media platform headlines that were running that campaign or that smear on Chris Brown. I think the general public was saying pretty much the same thing as us.
Okay.
But shout out Chris Brown. I do got more listens from that album coming because I'm not done with it yet.
Same. I only played it once.
I played the album one time through. But I fuck with it.
Yeah.
Moving forward, we had another release come out this week. Mack Keane, Wide Eyed.
Yeah, man. This is you know, a very underground R&B artist who I've been a fan of almost 3-4 years now at this point. Song of the Week is coming from this album, but this came out on Friday as well on the heels of the Brown release. But this is 12 tracks in total, 38 minutes. I truly think this is one of the best R&B projects that I have heard so far this year. And I think as the year goes on, I'm still going to have that ranking for this. I've played it a few times on the pod. Playlist got them on there, some old playlists in the past as well. So just wanted to mention this. This is one of my, again, favorite like underground, newer R&B artists who finally getting his shine, finally getting his moment. And this is a hell of a R&B project, like incredible work here. So I just wanted to bring that up if you haven't heard it.
Yeah, I have not heard this yet, but because of the hunger and the good music I feel like you get out of an artist's beginning stages of their career, this is something that I am going to be drawn to listen to now that I know about it.
Yeah, and he a white boy.
Is he?
He a white
I've never known that about him.
He a white boy. Cold, bro.
And we played plenty of his songs. We might have used songs of his on playlists.
Yeah. He's definitely on a dry red.
Okay.
But yeah, bro, like white boy, but cold, bro.
Wow, I didn't know that. Okay.
Cold. Yeah,
okay.
Man. But yeah, just wanted to put that. Not too much time we can spend on now. We can really move on to the next one if you're ready.
Yeah, let's go into it. Action Bronson, Planet Dog. This is one that we've been talking about for quite some time now. We talked when the lead single came out, when the cover art dropped. And I will say for myself, for a very long time, but I'll say for the past few years as a collective at the pod, I think Action Bronson has been one of the favorites here at the pod for quite some time.
Yeah, especially for you. And I'm sorry, I think I made a typo that is Planet Frog. That's my fault on the list because I think you said
Planet Dog. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. It is Planet Frog. Yeah. I don't even know why I said that. I guess it was just because I'm reading. I have this downloaded
for sure. But just to your point, and I'll let you finish. Yes, from the early days, 2018, 2019, you have pushed Action Bronson.
Absolutely.
And I remember early on being like, nah, bro, like I just really wasn't messing with it, you know. But as the years that went by, you gotta respect the artistry. You got to respect the chemistry that he has
Absolutely.
with the producer that he always chooses, the features that he always chooses. The production is always top notch when you press play on an Action Bronson album. And Planet Frog, once again, is just another example of all of that. Ties it all together.
Can you believe, I know you said 17, 18. Can you believe I've been on Action Bronson since we were in middle school?
Yeah, really?
I think his album his mixtape Blue Chips 2 dropped in either 2012 or 13, something like that. 2012 puts us in 9th grade. And 9th grade's high school, but for us, it was still middle school based off of our school.
What's the name of that one? You said
Blue Chips 2. It's a mixtape, so it's not on the DSPs. I would actually have to get to...
Nah, yeah, I believe you. I just wanted to see if I could get the year.
Yeah, I'm getting it right now. Blue Chips 2 was 2013, so we were probably... sophomores in high school. Yeah, so I've been on Bronson since high school. But the thing is, he's always been, that's something I admired about Mack, but I admire about Bronson too. And maybe it's because you're a white rapper. When you're a white rapper, you got to stand out more than just rapping good. Like post Eminem,
for sure,
you got to do something better than just fucking rap. Yeah. You got to wow the crowd. Yep. And the same thing, like I said about Mack, I think Bronson from the very beginning has been extremely strategic about the beats and sounds that he uses in his music. The flow scheme that he has as well. But I think it started with the beats. Back then, he didn't flow that much off beat. Okay. But his rap was always superb, and he used his beats to kind of set him apart. The same way, like I can remember when Macadelic came out, and when Faces came out, it was like, oh shit, we knew he rapped good. But now it's like the music is starting to separate you from the rest of the pack. Oh. Action Bronson has done that time and time again. He continues to do it. I think this album's no different. I haven't heard this all the way through, but I have heard it, and like he's just so fucking. His music rap, but it's classical. Everything's got a double entendre. My thing, I know. And I'm sorry for being long-winded.
Go ahead, you good.
Planet Frog has to do with the DMT drug, like the toad, the frog. So this is some sort of trip experience for him.
I didn't even think about it that way. Now when I play it back, I'm gonna feel it that way.
Yeah. But man, I've heard a lot of these tracks, and like you can see it in the fucking cover art. Like this is fucking wild.
Exactly.
But I enjoy what I've heard so far.
Yeah.
I love Action Bronson. I think he brings creativity. I think he brings, like I said, a totally different flow scheme that at this point in 2026, you've actually started to hear popular rappers copy. Like you said, I think his production that he chooses, it's great.
Top notch, superb, like you said earlier.
Yeah, he's been very fortunate that from the very beginning of his career, he's had relationships with the best of the best in production.
Facts.
So like, nigga, Alchemist is doing my albums forever, and fucking Here, who did this one? I forgot.
So he didn't do it all, but Derringer has songs.
Derringer did have
Harry
songs.
Fraud is on here.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
I know we talked about it last pod too.
Yeah,
I just couldn't remember.
Derringer did the Triceratops songs, the Yachty and
Yes.
Paul Wall track. And I think he got another one on the album as well. But yeah, my second everything that you said, I was actually getting chills, bro. Anytime I hear Mac Miller's name, but anytime I hear you speak about Mac Miller, I just get chills, just
Hey, me and Mac go back,
I
man.
know, bro. It's different. But this album, Action Bronson, right? I thoroughly enjoyed it. Again, I thought the production was amazing. I thought the features were amazing. And bro, like his rhyme scheme or flow scheme, like you mentioned, I just think it's unique. It's one of a kind. His one-liners, they're just amazing. Like
They're unmatched.
I come to his album searching for that, searching for the good beats and production, but I want to hear those those one-liners that are just out of this world. It's so funny, some of the shit that he say, but it'd be so hard. I'm like, damn, Action Bronson, like how you rap like that? And again, like you said, it's at this point now, 2026, or even in the 2020s period, you do start to hear rappers copy that flow, whether it be rapping off beat or whether they try to like use these words that don't make sense but make it rhyme. Like it comes from people like this, from this era of rapping. So I enjoyed this project. It's very short. We actually ran it all the way through in pre-production as we were setting up, moving, talking. So, it was playing in the background, but 13 songs, 33 minutes. I really, really enjoyed this project from Action Bronson. It's fire.
And the last thing that I'll say, just on the people copying flows part, it's not a bad thing. But I feel like they scratch each other's back because if you're being honest, if you ask me, when Alchemist raps, you hear Action Bronson's flow on full display pretty much every time.
Yeah, I would have to go back and listen to Alk when he was rapping though with like Prodigy and Mobb Deep.
Yep.
To see like if he was rapping like that back then. I can't necessarily say off the top of my head, but I agree with you. Like today, it's definitely similar. The cadences, the flows, it's definitely similar.
Yeah, there's a track that I think he rapped on with Larry June and 2 Chainz. Is that
recently? Yeah.
Yeah, that or from the album. Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, I think he is rapping. If it's not that, it's probably just another like Larry joint that he did.
I can't remember, but I'm just listening to him rap and I'm like, damn, this is Bronson's flow. Like, I know these niggas is friends.
Yeah. No, I do remember. He did a tape with Hit Boy, but he also did, I think, just his own tape recently called like The Gentleman Articulate or something.
The beat is like, dun, dun. I can't remember.
Damn, I'll have to look it up, but I think I know what you're talking about. I definitely think I know what you're talking about. All in all, though, like you said, I agree. It's not when we say like when you hear somebody's flow in another person's rap, it's not a bad thing unless they're just copying it bar for bar, word for word. But we're all influenced in this game, right? Even as what we do as podders, journalists, like everybody is gonna be influenced by somebody, but it's about like just taking that and making your own. I don't want to hear you take the exact style, the exact flow.
I agree.
You know what I mean? But I'm not mad at a nigga sounding like somebody, especially when that's your homeboy. These guys have been friends for 10, 20 years.
Take the flow. Like you made my hits.
Exactly. Like, nigga, you can have it.
Now you want to get back on the mic and rap, have the flow.
You can have it.
Yeah, you can have my flow, nigga. Niggas are probably gonna think I got it from you.
That's why I was like, let me go back and actually listen to Alk 30 years ago and see how he was sounding, because I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, he probably got it from Alk.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, like I mean, if I didn't get this from you, you're so popular, niggas are gonna think I got it from you anyway once they hear you doing it.
Exactly.
But I'm not mad at this album at all, like at all. I can't wait to give it like a full listen and more listens, because I mean that's what I end up doing with Action Bronson. I've got a totally different Action Bronson song as my song of the week. But do you have more on this album?
No, I'm good.
All right, let's go ahead and move on, and let's get to what we fucking here for, Corey.
Come on, man.
It's time to freeze the fucking world, y'all.
Come on now.
Thursday, May 14th, which means Iceman comes out tomorrow, Corey.
Sheesh, bro.
There is what I was gonna say before, Corey. As we were going into this podcast, as we were leading up to this week, even today, before we sat down in these seats, I was ready to tell you he's gonna push this album.
You said it last week. You just didn't say it on the mic.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about that shit ever since you said it.
I'm still not 100% sure that he doesn't push the album, but I'm about 85% sure you do get Iceman on Friday. There hasn't been a heavy promotion. Now, last week he started to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and he started to release like his photo or lookbook from all of the Iceman recordings that he did, or the live streams that were on YouTube. Mm-hmm. You got a lot of shots of those. You got a lot of old photos that maybe have been from people that he iced out. Like I remember DJ Khaled got a photo in there
with the sign.
Yeah, with the My Album has 2 Drake features. That's so fucking crazy because that was in like 2023 and we're 3 years later and you never got the album
from neither one of them.
Yeah, it must be Drake Bell. But outside of that, it's been pretty quiet up until now, what I will say, and I haven't heard it yet, but before we started the pod, and all of this stuff's calculated. I know Drake did it. Drake and his team have released a new track entitled 1 a.m. in Albany.
Really?
And apparently he takes direct shots at Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, I forgot who else. Maybe Khaled. I can't remember. But before we started recording, I told myself, like, don't play the track yet. I'm going to wait till after the pod. I'm going to play the track. But this is starting to give me more hope that album releases tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to catch up. I didn't even know. I'm seeing it now. I had my shit on Do Not Disturb before we got started. But you said about 80, 85, right? You were thinking? So yeah. I wanted to backtrack. Last week when you were saying you thought it was going to be pushed back, I was saying like, no, he can't. The date is already out there, XYZ. And I'm still on that stance. Obviously now I know this just happened, but prior to my knowledge of knowing that, I was still going to say I 100% believe this album is still coming out. For one, the date, right? 2, he did announce with all of the posts that he's doing a live stream Thursday night.
He did.
Which I think is, giving you the track list, giving you everything, and then the album comes, X amount of hours later. So I think the quietness has left people uneasy or even nervous or even unsure. But I also think that has been done on purpose, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Yes, we want a rollout, we want a track list, we want a single, right? You and I talk about that all the time. Yes, I do wish we still got that at this point, but we haven't. Okay, move on. I think with this album and the hype around it and Drake knowing how important it is, there was a level of secrecy that he had to take with this album. So that comes with, of course, waiting to the last minute. Of course, not doing like vinyl and shit prior to because of leaks. Like there's just a lot of things that I think Drake thought about and was more calculated this time around to truly make sure that nothing from Iceman got out until May 15th. So I think that's why we haven't got a track list up until this point of us recording. And I think everything he wanted to have in his power and his control, and when he was ready to finally release it all, which I think is going to be on this live stream Thursday night, I think that's just the way he wanted it to go. So I never once thought we weren't going to get this album on May 15th. And like you said, now with the knowledge of knowing that there's a released track out there or some lyrics, I think it's just all, going into what he wanted this Iceman rollout and final push to be.
And I can see that. And I mean, we've started to kind of move into a format that you don't have to have a single out before the album. I've always expected that from Drake.
And I wanted that too.
Same.
Still, especially now. With this Iceman, I wanted it more than I ever wanted it. But again, I just started to think as the day started to get closer, we got to the weekend, we got to Monday, nothing. We got to Tuesday, nothing. We're sitting here recording Wednesday and you still don't even have a track list. I said, oh, he not giving us nothing.
All we got is one leaked track, and it took us until the nighttime on Wednesday to get it.
The night before the live stream, I'm like, oh yeah, you're not giving us nothing. And I think again, he gonna tie the live stream into one grand finale ass episode, and then you get everything. You get the features, the track list, everything right before the album drop. And there's no leaks. There's nothing. And I think that's the way he wanted to move with this album. That's why, again, like, I just think about what Cole just did with the Fall Off, right? So that first like vinyl that they pressed, they called it like Stealth Edition, and they sent it out to be pressed. But on the vinyl, anything that mentioned like Dreamville, Cole, or the Ville, whatever, it was all like grayed out on the vinyl on purpose to stop people from like realizing what this is and leaking the music out. So I'm thinking, if this is Drake, and you want to like make CDs, you want to make vinyl before an album come out,
we have to do this low key.
You can't do it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to wait until the last minute. So I think that's why you don't get anything from him at this point. Obviously, there could be, you know, other reasons, but I think that definitely plays into it. There was a level of like intense secrecy that had to happen with the whole process and recording of this album. That's just my opinion.
Even outside of that, though, some things have leaked, and to my knowledge, and this is via Charlemagne, the guy, and a couple others, we do have some word on road confirmed features. Of course, you can expect Central C. They premiered a track during the live stream. Mm-hmm. You can expect Yeet. They have a current track out right now that God forbid that song's on the album. But you've heard word on road that Karol G is on the album.
Yep.
And the two most surprising ones that I'll say, you've heard word on road that Travis Scott has linked back with Drake and that he's on the album, because, I mean, Travis Scott is recently famous for damn near debuting like that. He said, play the dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Like, you
nigga chill.
You instigating bitch.
Oh my God.
But along with Travis Scott, and it's funny that we used that reference right there, because the biggest one of all is that the word on road is that Drake and Future have a confirmed feature on Iceman.
Yeah. I
expect that one though.
I did kind of expect it. And I wasn't necessarily like all the way shocked, but I was still kind of like, oh, okay. You know, I want to believe it 100%. I would say I probably believe it about 65, 70%.
I believe it.
And like going back, and I think we even said this early on, you knew with them two, it was just like,
it was never that
women.
serious.
Right. It was just a women thing. And then they even like, I said it more recently. There was a picture of Future wearing like Nocta somewhere recently. It was, yes. So I was like, okay, you know, like you could have expected this, and you probably knew that relationship, if any relationship was going to be mended throughout the course of the last 2-3 years, it was going to be those two. So I wasn't as shocked, like I said, to hear that or to know that that's possibly on the way. But still, I was like, we'll see.
Another question, and this could be up in the air as well, but I would lean more on the no side. But because we just saw the connection back with Future, or we're potentially seeing the connection back with Future, I don't know. Do you get Metro? You get Metro on any of these tracks?
That I would say I don't know.
Because when you, I would say this is easily like tying, like you can mend that too. Because from what I heard, Metro Boomin was incredibly upset that Drake didn't show up to his mother's funeral. But when you put BBL Drizzy out, like
I forgot about
that. When you put that record out, even though like Drake remixed and rapped over the track himself again, and that nigga spazzed on that shit too. He fucking spazzed on it. I just don't know if you see that there, but I've heard that rumbling as well. Now I haven't heard that from the horse's mouth, but I've heard that Metro may be back in there with Drake too.
That one I haven't thought about. I know you said it may be about the funeral, right? But also, Metro, shut your ass up and what do you say? Make some drums. What do you say?
Shut your whole ass up and make some drums,
nigga. Drums, nigga. So like, if it's I think it's a little deeper than like, yeah, he didn't show up. Like he kind of disrespected to a certain point at the time. And again, we don't know the whole backstory, right? But I'm just saying, like,
You said I had a BBL.
nigga, but you also basically said, like, nigga, fuck that grieving shit, get your ass back in the studio.
Yeah, no, you're
so
right,
I'm like,
you're right.
who's more worse? I mean, who's worse in this?
Let's just shut your whole ass up and make some drums,
some
nigga.
drums, nigga. Like, nigga, my mom just bad. But okay. I don't know about that one. Future, yes. Drake and Future on a Metro beat, you're gonna have to show me. I don't know.
I'm going to go ahead and change the subject into another subgenre subject of this topic we're on.
Okay.
My answer to this is no, but don't let me skew the view, Cari.
Okay.
What do you think, or what are your thoughts on, is this a good sign or is this a bad sign? We have a leaked track from Drake, and from what we know, we haven't heard it yet, we're already hearing Kendrick disses from the new album. It's expected.
So what's the question again? I'm sorry.
In my eyes, and I maybe haven't asked or worded the question right, in my eyes, it's not a good sign for me that I'm already heard or I'm already getting a leaked track. I've talked a lot about what I want on the album or what would be great, and we're clearly already hearing Kendrick disses.
Okay.
2 years in.
Okay.
Maybe it's just me. And like I said, it's expected.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're going to get diss tracks, and especially towards Kendrick Lamar, I hope we leave it at one record. I don't want to hear him diss him the whole album.
Yeah, that's all I would say as well. I don't think I feel uneasy about it or am upset that this is the so-called first league XYZ. It is expected or was to be expected. But yeah, I don't necessarily want the whole album of Iceman to be that. If it's one song, and maybe even like 2 or 3, because I don't think you could get all of your subliminals off on one song. Because you're talking about Bron, you're talking about Rick Ross, you're talking about DJ Khaled, you're talking about Kendrick, you're talking about all these niggas on one song.
Well, I heard everybody doesn't get a direct shot.
Okay, and that's fine. That's fine.
From what was heard,
Right. I've heard that too, right.
I heard DJ Khaled gets a direct shot in the album.
Yeah.
I think I remember them saying ASAP Rocky gets a direct shot.
Yep.
Those are also expected. Now, but this is my question.
And of course, Bron.
I heard LeBron got a direct shot.
Right.
What did DJ Khaled do to Drake? What did he do? Did he promote like that? Or was he... I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, that I don't remember about DJ Khaled.
What did DJ Khaled do to deserve this?
It had to be something. But maybe Drake was just like,
Fuck them all.
fuck everybody, but I don't know. Because, yeah, DJ Khaled thought it was all peachy.
Yeah, I might be missing something.
He came out again, like you said, promo on the album, and Drake just shit on him.
Must be Drake Bell, nigga.
I don't know.
Like, I haven't been in situations like that before because I'm not a rapper. But like everybody's been in a situation where like they thought something good was gonna happen and they got a response that like dropped their heart into their fucking asshole. Like I know when he got a ding to his phone that Drake commented and it wasn't a key and an owl emoji.
You're funny.
And he saw must be Drake Bell. Cari, DJ Khaled's little heart went into his fucking ass.
He for sure was sick about that. Because, again, like, he had to change up his whole album.
Yeah, guys, pull the album now.
The album is probably done, right? Just thinking, like, or at least the rollout is set to start. And that was 3 years ago, and you still haven't gotten an album since. He ain't dropped since, right? Maybe.
No, he hasn't dropped since. But the thing that I think I said this on last pod too, like, do y'all really need this nigga this much to drop your album that like he pulls out and you can't drop for 3 years?
DJ Khaled, yes.
And that's what brings me to my next point. You're a dick sucker. You're literally a dick sucker.
Yeah, nah.
And I know you have to feel fucking stupid afterwards. I'm sorry if you're DJ Khaled, bro. You were next to this nigga walking down like the stairs, holding up a poster, promoting your album off this nigga's back. And that's the thing why you can't do shit like this. Because when them niggas yank that shit away from you, you should still have something to stand on, you fucking grown man.
Okay.
But one man takes the shit away, you have nothing, you punk bitch.
Okay, Iceman.
My fault. I'm sorry. I'm just like, you're a dick sucker.
Drake Iceman, May 15th.
My fault. My fault. My
Oh,
fault.
shit. If Khaled ain't getting direct shots on the album, he just got him just
Like, nigga, free Palestine. What is you talking about? Nigga, I don't want to hear DJ Khaled say shit until he niggas like till he tell niggas to free Palestine and free Gaza, nigga.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, he likes diamonds and chains and Nike and Gatorade more.
Yep. You seen him? This is my last part.
Gatorade.
You seen the weight loss? That shit is funny.
Oh my God, that nigga's skinny now.
Yeah, bro, super skinny.
Yeah,
Gatorade is funny though. You seen him with Grant?
Gatorade.
Is that what you talking about? When he's on the golf course?
Yes.
With Grant.
And they just fucking, he stares for like 10 seconds and he's like, Gatorade. Like, nigga,
yo,
what?
I watched that whole video, like the whole round. It was funny. And DJ Khaled really good at golf. You know what I'm saying? So like
he's gotten good. Like I remember when he started, he was not good.
Yeah, it was definitely a good watch. But Drake, Iceman. Throw it back. We talked about to some of the
potential features.
Let me ask you, are there anybody that you're thinking or expecting or hoping makes the album that we haven't already mentioned?
No, because what I've been dying for is kind of like the opposite of what I was dying for on the Fall Off. The Fall Off, you've listened to album after album after album of J. Cole going at it alone. Mm-hmm. And you heard him give us one really prominent album with features, which was Born Sinner. And it was a masterpiece.
Right.
And it was like, will you ever see this again? Hopefully we get to taste that again. No Diddy. But
that's crazy.
I'm on the opposite spectrum with Drake, which is I've heard you do so much of, oh, Young Thug here, Lil Baby here, Jay-Z here, Travis Scott here, that with your back against the wall and you set to put out, honestly, what is the most important release you've had since Views. I want to hear you go at this alone. I want to, and even if it's not fully alone, I want to hear you take as many attempts or as many tracks as you can, just putting the pen down, going at it yourself. I don't need, if it's Iceman and it's icing everybody out, I don't need to hear other niggas. Okay. And I don't need to hear other niggas talk about that.
I like that.
So yeah, I haven't really had any on my mind. Whatever we get is fine. But I've been anxious to hear Drake solo. But I saw some people talk about potential collabs, and I remember seeing Act last week like smack the fuck off about the idea that Lil Baby would be on the album with Drake.
Yeah.
And I don't mind it. I honestly don't mind seeing, I would like to hear Lil Baby and Drake again, but I saw a lot of people say like, no, fuck that.
I'm not expecting Lil Baby to be on the album. If we go in Atlanta, 21 Savage would be on the album.
Thug is
before.
Thug would too.
Thug would be on there before Lil Baby. I don't see Lil Baby.
Thug need one too.
Boy, don't he?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like, what was the name of his last album? Ooey Scooty?
Yeah.
That shit's moving no units right now. That shit is not moving any units right now.
Bro, he put out a tweet just yesterday, had me crying. He was like, free Smirk, please God.
Yeah, he need it. Yeah, he need it.
He said, please God.
He begging.
Oh my God. I was like, damn.
Yeah, niggas need that.
Free Smirk, please God.
Yeah, niggas.
Oh man,
he dying without that shit.
Facts,
Atlanta,
facts.
That's crazy. This nigga from Chicago, Atlanta dying without this nigga Schmirk.
Crazy. Crazy to say. But for myself, just to answer the question, I don't necessarily have anybody that I'm expecting or nor wanting outside of the so-called potential. I do feel like there is a more like underground R&B artist I think he's about to try to like claim.
Like break the artist, yeah.
Yeah, kind of like what he did with
Yabba and Pimmy.
Pimmy. Is that her name? Pimmy? Right?
He does it with one fucking artist every year. He did it with, I mean, well, maybe that was Future. I was listening to Tim's before, but they kind of broke Tim's.
She was already hot,
well.
but yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But there's an artist that I've been listening to for a couple years. Her name is Chindress. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But she's from London. She's an Albanian.
I've seen this name before. I probably heard it as well.
Yeah, I think I probably played it. Oh yeah, she was on a playlist that we was gonna do together at one point.
She was.
Yeah, but
she was.
And that's still in the works, so we don't sleep. But
okay,
yeah, she is an Albanian artist from London. She's like a neo soul type of like R&B. Drake was pubbing her music over the last year, posting her. He got posts on Instagram with her music, so I'm like, I think he probably about to try to break her. But as far as other like rap, I don't necessarily think he's really trying to do that. I think that's another reason why you hear the confirmed features of Karol G, kind of the same stance that I just talked about with Chindress. I think he's trying to like, you know, have his own type of like Latin type of sound and flow and maybe break some more artists. Karol G's already famous, I get that, but like a Draco song can help anybody. You know what I mean? So again, I'm not expecting any like big name raps or rappers outside of the people that we mentioned. I think this is going to be Drake just going at this shit alone. And I would prefer, just like you mentioned, Drake to go at this more alone than try to stack this shit with features kind of like he did with CLB. Like, nah, I don't need Ty Dolla $ign. I don't need Lil Baby, Free Schmirk. I wouldn't have needed Dirk. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I heard you get more P&D though.
That's fine. Yeah. That's fine. Off the back of what they just put out, sexy songs, I'm cool with that.
And I'm sorry, it's about fucking time that Drake, you put P&D on your solo album.
Exactly, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Like, this nigga's been helping, or you've been helping his like career and album this entire time, and all you ever really needed to do was put him on one of your records.
Bro, yeah. Imagine like, oh my God, I gotta play that album. But like Spider-Man, Superman.
Oh my God.
And again, like I know that's not rap, but just the hits that are on that album, if Drake snuck a hit like that on Iceman for P&D, would be amazing. Like nigga, like do that. You
like we need it,
but he needed too.
He been needed this
right,
shit.
He need that shit.
And I'm sure he been saying this to Drake forever. Like, damn, you gonna keep giving me these tracks, nigga? Put one of these on your album,
Facts,
not the collab,
facts.
not my album.
Yep.
Your album, nigga.
Yep.
Make me some fucking money.
Yep. Let's do it.
But last two things I wanted to talk.
Okay.
What do you think we're talking with duration?
As far as like tracks,
Yeah, like the length of this album. You think we're going 20 plus?
18.
I hope we go somewhere between 12 and 18. I can
12 is too less, too small. You get 15 to 21, and I'm gonna go 18. Yeah, I don't think he could 12 us out. Nah.
I'm gonna go 14 records, Corey. Ooh. That's perfect for me. And I know he's been gone a couple of years, but 14?
Ooh, 14.
Give me like 14 records, nigga.
Ooh.
That's perfect.
It is. No, I would love that. I would love that. I'm just not expecting that.
I'm not expecting
Yeah.
I'm
no,
just
trust
hoping.
me. You know me, 12 to 15 is my pocket. I love that for anybody.
My last question. What does Iceman do first week? Iceman doesn't end first week?
No. You're looking at 400 to 425.
You think so?
Yeah.
Iceman might touch that 5, 6, 7. Corey, this is the biggest album that's come out in the last 3 years. I mean, everybody. Like, especially off of the heels of the beef, niggas have been waiting for Drake to open his mouth.
Pause.
Whoa.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I didn't mean that. Niggas have been waiting for Drake to open his mouth and say something.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Let me get finished, y'all. Let me finish my sentence. I wasn't finished. He stopped me before I was finished. I talked about how this is Drake's biggest album since Views.
Yeah.
Did you know? I never realized this until I saw a post last week. You know, Views did an M in a week.
No way. Really?
Views did an M.
No.
Views did an M first week. To my knowledge, what I saw, Views sold an M first week.
Yeah, let me know something. Cause I'm thinking we ain't seen that M first week since. Damn.
Drake did an M. He sold a mil first week. 852 pure.
2016.
852 pure.
That's 10 years ago though, bro.
I know.
Yeah, I know you're not saying
It's the Iceman though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
He about to freeze the world, Cari.
He may.
The whole world.
Yeah. 400 though. I think he caps, probably shoots through 400, but I'm gonna say 375 to 425, but I think he gonna blow through 400.
I say 6, but yeah, and I'm starting to look at this. Drake's not doing what he was doing 10 years ago, and Drake had 500,000 pre-sales before the album came out. Like, you're definitely doing an M. You do 5, and I don't know why Drake don't do this now, but Drake would have already had 500 pre-sales by now. But I say he does 6 first week. I don't even know what the fuck pure even means now. Like,
physicals.
Yeah, I get it, but like, they take digital shit and equivalate it to physical.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know what the fuck that means. Like,
yeah, like there's a number.
That's the pure equivalent.
Yeah, however much it's sold.
It's still digital.
It's made up, right? Yeah, I don't get it. But For All the Dogs debuted with 402 October 2023.
Oh, he doing it, Cari.
Let's look at Sexy Songs for You just to get it. I know this doesn't equate, but I just want to see.
If For All the Dogs, that doesn't have as much hype around it as Iceman did 400, Cari, he might touch 7. He might touch 7.
Sexy Songs did
probably like 250.
Yeah, it's saying 246 to 249, so 250.
Nah, Cari. Nah. Drake doing 6 bare minimum.
Sheesh. One away from Mike, nigga. Beat it. Do we get a number 1 song?
No. No, I already knew where you were headed with that. No, you don't. Now,
really?
Wow me, Drake.
Have you seen the top 10? Like recently?
Rap songs? Or
no, just the Billboard top 10.
No, I haven't, but I still don't think he gives us a number 1. Unless these fucking music videos that we've been seeing, he's just gonna tear the fucking streets up with. He hasn't given me enough yet to show me he's got that in the tuck.
True. I mean, I'm not disagreeing, but I just think you may just get it just off strength.
If you had a number 1, I feel like he'd be playing it by now. I feel like that about a lot of artists.
Yeah, no, because the last one was First Person Shooter, and that was a single on the album. I mean, that we didn't hear that until the album came.
Also, don't have all the faith in the people anymore, like us. Because if you ask me, Nokia should have been a number 1 record. I don't know how Nokia was not a number 1 record.
I thought it was.
How the fuck? It's because Luther was still sitting
that's
there
right. That's right.
Going nuts.
Without Luther, it would have been number 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
and there's no Luther right now.
Nigga, that's why I asked you if you've seen the top 10. It's for the taking. Like,
yeah, the baby has a hip hop number 1 right now.
Yeah. Kehlani is still up there with Folded. She's like 9.
Okay.
The last time I checked, I think this was last week, but everybody else is other genres. There's no rap, obviously. So I'm only saying that to say, like, I think Drake occupies multiple spots in that top 10. Does he get number 1? I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if he got number 1 through 5. You know what I'm saying? Just off the strength of your album doing possibly 500, 600 first week, and it's Drake, Iceman.
So you predict he beats Mike with Iceman?
I definitely think he get number 1. Get at least
number 1 single.
A number 1 single here on this album. Yeah. It's inevitable. Bro.
When's the last time he had a number 1?
2023 First Person Shooter.
First Person Shooter was a number 1.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't see it. I'm not mad at it when it happens, of course. For sure. But
we'll see though.
All right.
Highly anticipated, bro.
Extremely highly anticipated. We just spent the last 45 minutes talking about it. But let's move on to the album that is also this is the same way we're talking about this is exactly how tomorrow's gonna go. You're gonna spend most of your time listening to Drake, and then when you finally giving the fuck up, you're gonna realize Lucki dropped a new album. Lucki, Drugs Are Bad also releases tomorrow, the 15th. And I have to let you know, and I said this earlier about how I'd be very candid about this with the artist if that is, again, my opinion. I don't give a fuck, Cari. I don't give a fuck this album's coming out. Not only am I not that big a Lucki fan, and I'm not going to lie, and I've said this to some of my students because my students are of the Lucki generation. Right. And even them are like, some of them are like, Mr. Taylor, like, we don't blame you. I don't like Lucki's music. Lucki got really popular around 22, 23, but I'm sorry, you can throw him in that Playboy Cardi category for me, because are some of the songs good? Yes. Most of them are bad. Most of them don't mean shit. There's no substance, no real content in it. And some of the songs are so fucking bad that you played it so many times that it just actually tricks your brain into thinking it was good. Like, I can't remember the name of the song. Two-Tone, yeah, AP's even, like Weezy. That song's so fucking bad that if you play it enough, it's really good.
That's one of my favorite tracks on the album. You watch yourself.
And then after a long time of playing it and liking it, like a lot, you're going to be driving midday, just one random day, and you put it on. You're like, holy shit, is this horrible? Like, oh my God, nigga. Is this really, really, really bad? That's how I feel about Lucki as well. I don't like the nigga's music. I'm sorry. I'm sure he's a great guy.
Yeah, I mean, I just put this on here to just let the viewers and listeners know that Lucki has a new album titled Drugs Is Bad, coming out the same day as Drake's Iceman. His rollout, obviously, he's been asked that question, like, why wouldn't you push the album back knowing that Drake is dropping on the same day? And he basically just took the stance as, like, you know, I really don't care. I respect Drake.
I'm going to drop the album same day as Kanye.
I'm just going to drop the album. But, yes, Lucki is an acquired taste, you know. Been in the game, like you said, for maybe like 3 or 4 years, not really popping at a level that's similar to, you know, that sound that Cardi has, even Future. That's kind of like his idol in a sense. If you listen to like his early music, it's
don't you ever compare those two?
That's the style that he took on. Let me just make that clear. But no, bro, he got some tracks that I've definitely, you know, played and enjoyed over time, and you know, I definitely think is a dope artist for this new generation, this new sound that we always talk about, whether it's emo rap, whether it's drug rap. He's a very prominent figure in those spaces. And although Drake is dropping, Iceman is dropping, Lucki is still going to get hella attention on this day from his fans. So just wanted to say that.
Him and Drake have even talked about it. Like, you saw, like, I saw them talk back and forth.
Drake shouted him out. Yeah, for sure.
We got the same drop date. Yeah. Like, it's cute to Drake. Like, that's the thing. They're friends. It's fucking cute to him.
Drake did that because he knew Lucki would post it.
Yeah. Like,
you know, but nah.
Like, look at you dropping your little album on Friday. You dropping your little tape on Friday.
Little tape, man.
Yeah, and the thing is, Drake going so big on big, he's actually going to listen to Lucki on Friday. Yeah, he's like, man, my shit's so fucking cracking, like, and everybody listening to it. You know what, fuck you, little nigga. Yeah. I'm gonna play you on Friday, nigga. Yep. Yeah, on Friday, you gonna see Drake post a new Lucki. Yep. It's fucking crazy. I truly don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care. Like, yeah. But some of you may.
Yep.
You ready to move on?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's stay music before we got a couple more before we go into just straight news. Okay. Over the last week, French Montana, Rick Ross, the verses did happen. Yep. Did you catch it?
I didn't, bro. I saw clips. I didn't watch the full thing. Did you?
No. This is one that I accidentally missed. I came home and I think I was out eating. This happened on Cinco de Mayo.
Nah, I think it was like Thursday the 7th.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so like it was a random day. I believe it was like Thursday.
Yeah, but I remember coming home from something, or either that I was watching a game or something, and niggas just hit me and they were like, "Y'all watching the Versus?" Fuck, I forgot the Versus was on. But honestly, this wasn't one I was extremely excited to just tune into. I love Ross, I love French Montana, but they don't hold just a stack full of classics for me to be able to be tuned in for 2 hours just jamming. Now, I would have enjoyed it, but it's not something that I was extremely remorseful or regretful for missing.
Same. I think if it was Ross against somebody else, maybe it would have pulled me a little bit more. And that's no disrespect to French. We talked about French last episode, gave him love, always gonna give him love. But I agree with you, like seeing the headline, it wasn't one that I had to sit down and be in front of my TV and it be a must watch. Playoff games were on. And I do believe it was last week, Thursday. I can't remember exactly what I was doing, but I missed it. But I say all that to say, I was surprised to hear and see that Rick Ross lost the Versus. Did you see that?
Yes, but I also like, what the fuck was that? Like, I don't understand that. I don't know where that came from, because last time, like Tank, Tyrese, and any other verses in the past, who scored that? That's what I want to know. Was that Kalshi? Were we reading that off of Kalshi?
I hope not.
Like, that's what I'm like.
I hope not.
Was that a fucking Kalshi? But
I don't know. I really hope that wasn't the case.
I saw that like that came through, like, oh, the score was that Ross won, I guess, or French Montana won.
French won
10-9.
Right, yeah.
What the fuck does that even? What is the score on Who scored that?
Good question. I didn't even think about that, but there is one round 15 that obviously caused a lot of stir. You have French Montana's Unforgettable versus Kanye West and Rick Ross, Devil in a New Dress.
And they said French won with Unforgettable.
Won.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't know about that, but yeah. Again, I was surprised to see that. I don't know where this came from. I really didn't do much research about that. And if it is from Kalshi, I don't even want to talk about that because that's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's a few that this doesn't even make sense. You look at number 17. How the fuck does Rick Ross win for Stay Scheming when they both did Stay Scheming together?
Nigga lost his own song.
Like, and 19, Smoking Part 2, they're both on that.
And 18. So I guess they did 17, 18, and 19 together. And yeah, how do you rank who scored? Yeah, I hate I even mentioned this because I didn't even get it. Because it's goofy now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where did we score this?
Yeah.
And I didn't watch it, so I don't know if there's some scoreboard voting on the side. I don't know how it happened. I don't know if this was brand new.
Right.
I'm going to have to see the next verses to see if this happens again, because I'm not going to lie. If this is off Kalshi, y'all can shut the fuck up.
That's what I'm saying. I don't care about that.
Yeah, I don't care about that at all.
Yeah, at all.
But like I said, Cari, a win for hip hop. The win for hip hop was what it was, guys.
Glad to see it.
But I don't have much more on that. I don't really care to stay in that topic unless you got more to offer for us.
Nope.
All right, one more. Actually, we got wrapped even through the news. Let's get the news though.
Okay.
Cari, not this week, but next week, or actually, yeah, is it next week? The week after next. 2 weeks from now, we are set to get Latto's next release.
Yep.
However, at some point last week, she took to social media to let us know that her next album will in fact be her last. Big Mama is retiring from rap, Cari. Latto, aka Mulatto, has announced that after this next album, she'll be stepping away from hip hop. She wants to be a mother, Cari. She wants to take care of the kids. She wants to be regular.
Yeah. Regular.
Why are you laughing, Cari? What the fuck are you laughing at?
Because this ain't nothing but fucking promo, bro.
You think so?
I don't think she's retiring.
What makes you think that? Because she just got started?
Nah, it's not even that. I just don't think, okay. anybody can retire whenever they want, right? I'm not saying that there's a right or wrong time. I just think if you look at the situation and on the back of the pregnancy, the relationship, and the album, how can we cause some stir or have some conversation towards the album? Let's say I'm going to retire. This is my last project. Not saying that she had to do that or necessarily even wanted to do that, but I looked at this and like ignored it. I don't think that she's retiring. If she is, okay. But I'm not the one to sit here and say, well, you ain't did this enough. You ain't sold enough. You ain't did this enough. If you want to retire, retire. I just don't think we've seen the last of Latto. Like, to me, like even thinking long term, I know she maybe once, is going through the realization of I'm about to be a mother. I want to do the family thing. I get it. But you telling me you don't want to rap no more again?
I think that's a lot of what it is. And what I'll say is I do believe Latto. I don't believe she's retiring. I believe Latto when she comes out of her mouth and says that's what her plans are. I'm pregnant. I'm about to have a child. I'm looking forward to the future of raising a child. Maybe I want to stay away from this Hollywood rap scene and raise my child ducked off. I truly believe Latto has that planned in her head. The only other thing that I will add to that, though, as history shows, rap is like a fucking rash. When you got that itch, you gonna scratch it. And because of that, you can't leave. Like, number one, I think there's a lot of things that play into a rapper's retirement and whether this is bullshit or whether it's not. I want to read or get more details on her contract with Atlantic. Or she's Atlantic or she's Columbia?
I think it's Atlantic.
I believe she's with Atlantic. If not, she's with Columbia. But
RCA.
Okay. I want to get my hands on the duration or album contract she's under, because if you still got more albums to fulfill with the label, you can shut the fuck up. I know you're lying. I know you're lying.
Exactly.
But say this was like her last album with the record label.
Yeah.
That would lean me more into believing her. Not necessarily that she'll be gone forever, but that her plans are really her plans.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Another thing I'll say when I found this out or when I read it is that I do think it's a bit too early for Latto, just because I just got to the point where I said I feel like you the best rapper out. Like, and you started to argue your name into the talks of the best female rapper that's done this shit.
Yeah.
Don't quit now. I honestly think like you're on the brink of clearing all these bitches up out of there. Like if I feel like this about you 4 or 5 years in, by the end of this shit, like you're clearly the best.
Now, but that goes back to the $1 million question that you and I always talk about and discuss with male and female artists. Is that what they truly want? Does Latto, Big Mama,
she want to be the biggest rapper?
Want to be the biggest rapper in this game or be recognized and held as one of the best female women rappers that the game has ever seen?
I will say yes. I think unlike the rest of her pack, Latto is a rapper that's been doing this shit since a kid because she's wanted to be called the greatest. I feel like, and unless her path in rap has changed or diverted to like, all right, I'm gonna get this bag and go away with my family and my kids.
Right.
No, you watched her tell niggas she wanted to be the best up on her fucking JD.
Yeah.
Like she's been striving to be the best since she was a fucking child.
Yeah.
But
I mean, no, you're right. But if you think about it that way, she got 10 years underneath her belt. I know maybe only 5 like prominent. She got 10 years like climbing though. But it just goes back to your point where you're saying like now you finally at the point where it's like you're on the brink, you're about to break through, and you announce that you're retiring. That's where I'm like, I don't necessarily believe that's the case because of what you just said. It's like it don't necessarily make sense. Maybe it is just like the hormones. I'm pregnant. I'm looking at my life. I'm looking at my family. Right. I want to do things differently. Which maybe you take a break. You know, maybe we don't hear from you for 2, 3 years, 4 years or so. Maybe that's more ideal or more realistic. But to think that Latto is never gonna rap or drop an album ever again, that's foolish. I don't believe that.
If Latto's not done, you'll hear from her next year or the year after. We don't live in a time period that she can take that much time off.
Yeah, I agree.
She does. And even though I do think she's the best out, because of the time frame we live in and how fickle people are with music, she does not have any room to take more than 2 years off. Especially
if this album doesn't hit the way that, you know, people want it to hit. Like you said, fans are fickle. We're fickle. If you do plan to go away for at least even 2 years, right? This album has to carry you into those 2 years. You can't just drop this album and 3 to 6 months from now we're not listening to it anymore, and then you take 2 years off. You haven't built enough for that, in my opinion.
Not only do you have to release an album that we're playing until Christmas, like it's May. This album that comes out by Latto, not even just for the retirement, but for the trajectory of her career. We need to be playing this record until Christmas. And she needs to have lasting hits off of this album that we play after that you go out and you hear when you're at the mall type shit. Like the way in 22, 23, whatever year that was, you can step out to Target and hear "The Sunshine on Me," "The Sunshine on Me," or the Mariah Carey record. Like type of shit that, like I said, the album is going to last you the entire 12-month year, and you're going to hear records that are hits from it the next year. Like this is the type of album, because I forgot what album she's washing a car on in front of that came out last year, the year before.
Sugar Honey Iced Tea.
But that was a pretty good album, but it wasn't the album before when she's sitting on a unicorn and shit. That's my favorite Latto album.
777?
Yeah, 777. That was a showcase.
Oh, now, that's the one with Sunshine.
Yeah. The album after that, like I said, Sugar Honey Iced Tea was cool. And it wasn't necessarily like a step up or a step down. It was cool.
Yeah.
This one, you got a wow.
Yeah, because you still had the hits on there. You had Brokey.
Yeah.
Put It on the Floor, which was crazy. Sunday Service is even on that album. So, yeah, the last album was still successful, but
777 was really important.
Yeah, but as far as agreeing with what you said, as far as like, you know, having that lingering effect, having those hits that last not just 6 months, last multiple years and cross different genres, I think that's kind of like what she's needing if the plan is to go away again. If you are going to quote unquote retire, which again, I don't believe, but if your plan is to at least take a break, raise your child for a year or two, you got to have something on this album that makes people want to give you the same attention when you pop back up that we're giving you now.
Yeah, and I'm looking at an example. She can't retire. She can't. If she can't retire if she ever plans on coming back. Yeah. Because we almost didn't want to hear Cardi B anymore. Cardi B is a global superstar, a mogul. Corey, a mogul. Yep. At this point in time, Latto is just a rapper.
Yep.
When Invasion of Privacy came out and she left, Cardi B was larger than fucking life. That is the reason why we still gave a fuck about her album when she dropped in 2025. Mm-hmm. Latto don't have that room. She don't have that. She's not a mogul. She's not a global brand. She's a rapper.
Yep, I agree.
She can't just go home and raise, like that's what made me think about it. She can't just go home and raise the kids.
Not if you, like you said, want your career to be on the same trajectory that it's currently on. You can't take this step off and try to get back on this horse. You're not Beyonce, you're not Rihanna, you're not Cardi B, right? You know what I mean? I know I'm talking about different genres, but I'm talking about people who have taken breaks for this, maybe this same reason of wanting to be a mom, wanting to be a family person, and then come back and blow us out the water. Again, with what you're saying with Latto, I just don't see it.
You take too many years off, you come back, you got Ari Lennox popularity. Like, don't laugh. I didn't mean it like that.
Because you didn't have to throw the shot at Ari like that. You bastard. This nigga, so look, this is what I hate about you. We've been friends for so long, right? Best friends for so long. We have subliminal shots that we always throw at each other, even though the pod may not know. So, of course, Dreamville connection, yes. But, like, early on, I backed Ari so much. He backed SZA so much.
And look where we
SZA
are.
was the one. Ari never got there. He'll never let me live.
Yeah, my fault. Well, my fault, bro.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
That is true.
I know.
He did back
It's an
Ari.
inside joke.
I did back SZA. One turned into a global pop star. The other was released from the deal.
Chill.
She's
She's
crazy
shining though. She got one of the best R&B projects this year too.
Who?
Ari, nigga. Vacancy. Quit playing. That shit hard.
It's probably hard. I ain't heard
It's probably hard.
it. Yeah, I ain't heard that motherfucker.
Whatever.
J. Cole ain't talking about it, so I ain't heard that shit, nigga. I only give a fuck if Jay and Boss talking about that shit, nigga. Boss ain't said shit.
Nah.
That nigga working on that new Hicks album. That's crazy. Everybody from Dreamville realized J. Cole was not gonna get them out the mud.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, I guess we gotta start doing other shit. Like, yeah, Omen went back to college and shit. And niggas like Steve from Blue's Clues. That nigga went back to, nigga said, fuck.
Bro, you an asshole.
That nigga said, fuck it. I need an education. You know how bad it is that you had to go back to school from a rapper?
Chill, bro.
Oh, man. Niggas only do that when the whole world found out they didn't finish high school. That's the only time rappers go back to school, unless you're playing LSU football.
Hilarious.
Shout out Tusi.
Yeah.
Oh, where are we at, man? Was that all Latto?
That was Latto. We're just talking about her retirement and things. Obviously, we took a step, but I think it all is fine and connected. But again, my last stance, and we can end it if you're ready. I don't think a true retirement is on the brink. I think this is, I started with saying maybe promo for the album in 2 weeks, yes. But also, I do think there is a slight truth to her possibly taking a break
For sure.
after this album is released.
Having a baby.
Your relationship, I don't know what it is, but it is what it is.
Right,
Maybe you're trying to figure even that out. Like,
Facts. Hashtag love wins.
you know what I'm saying? Like, what we gonna be? But no, again, I don't think a true like full retirement is on the brink for Latto. I just don't see it.
Yeah, I if we're being 100%, like I said from the beginning, do I think in her head she's like, you know what? I'm gonna have this baby and I'm gonna leave the game alone. Sure, absolutely. And I believe that she believes that.
Yeah.
Like I said, rap is like a rash. When you get that itch, you're gonna scratch it. I'm sure Jay-Z thought that he'd be running Def Jam still right now. It just doesn't happen like that. So hats off to her if that's what her plans are. And if she did and we never heard another album from her again, I would tip my fucking hat and clap for her.
Yeah.
Standing, like having an incredible career, standing on 10 and doing what she said she was going to do.
Yep.
But I'm also not mad if we see her again getting you niggas ready for her next release.
Right.
But yeah, let's move on. Let's get out of there. We've talked Drake. We talked Future. Let's talk him again because bigger than a collab on Iceman, Cari. Future is reportedly set to perform the U.S. opening ceremony for the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
What?
That is insanely big.
What?
Yeah, I just want to know, how did Future get the call? Like, and I'm not saying it like Future's not one of them. Future is fucking one of them.
Of course.
I didn't think they were going to call
A rapper. Let's just say it.
a trap music rapper.
I was about to say a rapper.
Even if they call Drake, because it's been a rumbling in the ear that Kendrick does the Super Bowl. Oh, well, Drake reportedly is performing the FIFA World Cup, yada, yada, yada. Now, we haven't heard too much more on that since 2024.
Yeah.
But if you are gonna hear a rapper, you think that you're gonna hear from a Drake or an artist like a Bad Bunny or like someone global. And now Super Bowl was one thing. Bad Bunny made all the sense in the world to perform the FIFA World Cup. Like, come on now. How we dropped the ball on that one? But
yeah, I don't know.
Nevertheless, we got Future at the opening ceremony. And Cari, how?
I don't know, man. It's freaking incredible. But I want to add more to what you said about like the people that are chosen for this, because I think they break it up into countries too. I think you have like U.S. openers, Canada openers, Mexico openers, XYZ.
Okay, I like that.
Some of the openers that I at least saw from the U.S., one name in particular, Katy Perry. So again, like those are the type of people that you think of, global icons, right? If it's a Latino artist, like you said, maybe Shakira, maybe Bad Bunny. If it's a Canada artist, maybe it's Drake. You know what I'm saying? But Future next to Katy Perry, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, you didn't expect that.
No, you just didn't expect it, right? But I mean, shout out to Future, bro. This is a hell of a look. Like you started with, I love the way you intro the topic. Way bigger than the Iceman collab, nigga. This is the global worldly stage, and you get to open up for the United States of America.
This is bigger than the Super Bowl.
How much bigger does it get?
This is big as the Super Bowl. I'm so serious.
No pun intended.
Yeah, the pun and no pun intended. But yeah, like I mean, the FIFA World Cup. I mean, honestly, when you think about the Super Bowl is about as big as it gets for American sporting events.
Of course.
The FIFA World Cup is about as big as it gets for global sporting events, which means all eyes, all 7-8 billion of us are going to have our eyes on Future for the opening ceremony. Yep. That's ridiculous in the amazing way. Yeah, in the fire way. Right. That's amazing. Woof. And yeah, Future's gonna kill it.
Bro, like, okay, and let's say he is on ice, man. Next month, because I think the World Cup starts on June 11th. Mm-hmm. I could be wrong.
Oh, this is amazing for him.
Next month, you get this.
The rollout.
And then you get the fucking album that we know is coming this year.
Yep.
How much bigger and better could it get for Future in the year 2026?
It couldn't. It couldn't. And it seems like every time he releases an album, his releases just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. His last release had fucking like that on it. Like he had a huge last release. And it begs a question now. This is just me being devil's advocate-ish. Because the FIFA Cup performance has really put a spotlight on how wide range of a discography he has. Mm-hmm. Future could perform the Super Bowl. Future could do the Super Bowl easily.
Yeah, man. His discog, like you said, stretches many genres, many boundaries, many different sorts of people. I agree.
Like he could go clean, he could go dirty, he could go trap, he could go love, pop. Like jeez, he's got records that you heard him perform on Ellen. Like Future is very versatile.
For sure.
Yeah, I just thought about that. Like, damn, like why we never said his name for like a Super Bowl prospect. And when we see the FIFA World Cup opening, I was like, he does have a million songs that he could play and either bleep out and you have no idea he was even saying something sexual or cursing. Or you could just play songs that don't have shit like that at all.
Yeah.
He's got soundtrack records with no cursing.
Yeah, I think he's on, Black Panther?
Yeah.
That first one?
Yeah, he was cussing on it.
No, I'm just saying, though, like being on soundtrack, like big soundtrack albums is all that I was trying to say.
I was going to say, he took her to the penthouse and he freaked it. I don't know if you remember. Like, la-di-da-di-da, shlop, homie. Like, we can't do that in front of 100,000 at the Super Bowl.
But nah, like he's on hella, like you said, soundtrack, game soundtracks, movie soundtracks. Like, yeah, Future. If you get chosen to be the artist to open up at the World Cup, my nigga, you can definitely do it. So
you can do anything. There's
no like question at that point. So yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, Super Bowl. I mean, if you're getting called to do the World Cup ceremony. Amazing, bro. Yeah, you can do anything. And like you said, that's absolutely amazing.
That's crazy. Like in the best way possible. I know we keep using these words that sound negative. There's no negativity that we mean when we say these words. This is amazing. for Future. It's insane.
Absolutely incredible. I don't have more though. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I don't even watch soccer, and I'll be watching the World Cup.
Shit, it's gonna be in our backyard.
Yeah.
Which is gonna be another story, but we'll just deal with that when it happens. Yeah. Boy, it's gonna be crazy, bro.
I'm not leaving the house. I'm not leaving the house.
It's gonna be insane.
Yeah, no, I'm so serious. I'm during that shit. Like, I'll probably be, unless it's local within my neighborhood, like grocery store out here. Like, we live entirely too close. Especially me. When you think about that industrial that goes all the way up towards that car, my entire the main street by where I live is going to be fucking a madhouse.
Shit, yeah, me too though. The freeway
30? Right next to you, yes,
bro. 30 is gonna be shot.
And 157 for me. 157 takes you right up to the fucking door of shit.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not leaving.
No, I know.
I'm not. Jordan Belfort. I'm not fucking leaving.
Facts.
No, I'm not leaving, man. But let's move on. We got one more rap topic to talk, and one more topic after that. Kodak Black is where we're at next, Cari. Kodak Black was arrested last week on drug trafficking charges. Let me get a little bit more. Yeah, he was arrested and booked on felony drug trafficking for having MDMA and ecstasy. This charge stems from another charge in November 2025 that he picked up involving the Orlando police. This was part of like a coordinated surrender.
Yeah.
So this was just so they didn't have to go pick him up on his own or he'd be a fugitive, anything like that, warrant out for his arrest. He went in and surrendered himself. They gave him, I think, $75,000 bond. He bonded out the next day. But from what they said, back in November 2025, when the actual incident went down, he was pulled over. He was investigated, responding to some event that there was gunfire near a children's education area. During that investigation, the officers searched his vehicle. They found MDMA, which is ecstasy. They found $37,000 in cash, and they found personal documents inside of the vehicle that linked him to, I guess, the rest of the stuff. Basically saying, "Oh, like this is your car. It's your car." From what I'm seeing, they said in Florida, you get the trafficking charge, I guess, if you have more than 10 grams of MDMA. He had more than 10 grams of MDMA, so they said that he's facing serious, like a major felony charge. This charge at minimum carries 3 years in prison and a $50,000 fine. So Kodak's got a long record, and this is heading to like court proceedings. So unless there's a probation plea or something like that, which he's coming straight off a pardon from President Trump, you might see Kodak go back and do some more jail time for this one.
Possibly.
This is a true trafficking charge.
Yeah, the only thing that kind of helps, which is what you started with, which is why the attorney like coordinated this so-called surrender. That may be like what they argue, like, hey, you didn't have to come find me. I wasn't on the run. I turned myself in, type of thing. That may be something that helps him. And with his track record, I mean, he's gotten off pretty much every time, but it does get to a certain point where it's like, okay, we know you're high profile. We don't care how much money you got. We don't care how good your attorneys are. Like, I think eventually you may get slapped with something. And maybe this is the time where he does sit for a year or 2 years, right?
And it's not like he keeps getting off, Cari. He's done 2 prison sentences and was in for a third. He just got a pardon from the president of the United States. They haven't gone easy on him. So that's why I feel more apt to say that he does serve time in jail, because they've never been shy of serving him a prison sentence anyway.
You're correct. I was saying more so since that last.
Okay, since the Trump shit.
Because I forgot about the pardon. I was really thinking about since Dying to Live, like 2018, when he really sat after that.
He went back after that.
But how long did he sit, though?
I can't remember, but I think he was sitting for maybe a year or so before Trump came and got him. That's when he got that horn put on his head and all that other shit. He came back out skinny. They thought he was cloned.
Okay. Maybe my timeline is kind of skewed here. But yeah, I mean, not too much to say here, bro. Same story with Kodak Black. I'm not going to go on that tangent. just have to see what happens here. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it's a broken record, bro. We've been talking about this shit for almost 10 years now, you know, so like I'm done with that. Wishing the guy best though, man. The mugshot, okay, I will say this. The mugshot you sent it, that shit was freaky, like in the worst way possible. I said, bro, he looks fucking terrible.
Yeah, he looks fucking crazy.
He looks insane. You could see like in his eyes that he's fucked up and on drugs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's terrible. I even think he cut his hair since this. I think I saw a video of him shaving his head.
I didn't know if that was AI or not.
I couldn't tell. I saw it. I was like, you know what? Not even gonna watch it. But he may or may not have cut his hair.
Okay.
Yeah, on some Britney Spears shit. It did look like some AI shit. So
he's also
like,
not shy to cutting all his hair off. So
and growing it right back.
Yeah,
bro.
like this nigga's hair grows faster than any nigga I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know, bro. Maybe it's the drugs.
I need drugs then. What the fuck?
Nigga trying to get them locks extended.
Yeah, what the fuck? But I don't have anything more for Kodak. Wishing the best, praying for the best, hoping for the best.
Always.
Moving on, we're at a wrap and we've got one more topic left. And Cari, this one is really shaking the community up over the last week.
Terrible.
About 5 or 6 days ago, Audemars Piguet and Swatch announced that they would be doing a collab for a new timepiece.
Yeah.
Along with that, all of the blogs started posting the headlines, and they started posting an assortment of different watches from this Swatch Audemars Piguet collab. The really big kicker about this was, if you know Audemars Piguet, their watches, bare minimum, they're going to start you off at about $40,000. We got watches that range all the way through millions. So you're not going to the AP, which is Audemars Piguet. You're not going to the AP store and walking out with Audemars Piguet for less than 40 bands. This Swatch, and it seemed very realistic because Swatch is very cost affordable. Swatch and Audemars Piguet announced they're doing this collab, and they announced that these timepieces will be released for between the price range of $300 and $400 retail. That set the entire social media community off.
In an uproar.
In a fucking frenzy, the fast way. Because, I mean, and I understand, I'm a watch guy myself. So if you're telling me I have the opportunity to get my hands on an Audemars for $400, I was already telling Shorty, like, Friday morning, like, I'm going to be up at 11:59 p.m. because I'm buying an Audemars Piguet. Like, fuck Swatch. Niggas will never even say Swatch's name when that shit got.
Who's Swatch?
I'm buying an Audemars, baby. The AP. Like, I'm gonna put my bitch in the AP.
Nice. Perfect time.
Yeah. Like, if she do not have an AP, she is not mine. Like, I was going around like telling niggas, like,
She
nigga,
is not mine.
But if you guys notice, this entire time that I've been talking about the collab, I've been saying timepiece. I didn't say watch. That's because we all got a glimpse of all those beautiful, pretty patty, crusty crab watches that were set to release.
Colors were beautiful.
Beautiful enough to where, like I said, like at this age, an extra $300-$400, I'm gonna get online and buy myself an AP.
Yeah.
We wake up on Tuesday morning after all of the rumblings and the announcement to AP and Swatch actually posting the timepiece and what it's going to look like, what you're going to be able to see and expect opening that box for your timepiece when it comes out on the 15th. Fans were upset to find out this was a pocket watch, Cari. And I know there's a lot of people that don't know what I'm talking about, and that's because you haven't seen a pocket watch in the last 90 years, nigga.
Right, nigga.
Nobody fucking uses them anymore. It's because one nigga that was smart was like, you know what? We could put that pocket watch on a nigga wrist, and he won't have to reach in his pocket anymore.
He just lift his arm.
Yeah, he could just look at his arm and it'll tell you the time.
Yeah.
Royal Pop is what they're calling the name of the collab. Swatch and AP's Royal Pop collab has taken a very old school style.
Yep.
And they're doing old school pocket watches. It's gonna come with almost like a lanyard style that you can wear, and it's gonna, you know, have a hook for you to put down in your pocket to where it's gonna hang out. You could just pull it out, check the time. Now, I don't think the concept of a pocket watch is a bad thing. I do think it's a pretty neat, even for back as long as ago it was when it was created, that you could just have something hanging out of your pocket, pull it out, see the time, put it right back in. I think that's cool.
Yep.
But in the days and times of wristwatch timepieces and knowing the luxury and the look of Audemars Piguet, everyone was expecting to be able to purchase an Audemars Piguet watch. And Swatch, I know Swatch is interchangeable bands. That's what Swatch's hanging tag is. Hey, like you can buy this face here and get a bunch of different bands. Swap these bitches out like Apple Watches.
Yep.
But people were not expecting the pocket watch collab, and everyone was a bit upset. Now, before you found out they were even pocket watches, there were a lot of people upset. There were rich people that were upset that they felt like AP was watering down the game. Yeah. There were niggas that can't even afford an AP that were saying the same thing. Right, yeah. Like, nigga, you can't even afford an AP to water the, like to have when other niggas water the game down.
Exactly, bro.
But I'm not gonna be too long-winded. The last thing that I'll say, and I'll just throw it to you. Yeah. I do think this collab highlighted a lot of niggas that like shit because it looks good, or like shit just because it makes you feel like you're richer than the next man. Yep. And that's how I felt with the AP watch. In my head, I was like, you know what? I like the style of AP. I like the octagonal style. And shout out Cari, you bought me an octagonal style watch, G-Shock, that kind of mimics the AP anyway a few years ago.
That like now, like niggas are dying for
it. Niggas are dying for it now.
For sure.
But I think it really puts a highlight on, like I said, if you like the watch, you like the style, and you finally get the chance to be able to purchase something you like at your price range, you're like, oh shit, I'ma get it. And then you have niggas that really only do shit to be better than another nigga, that now the AP is at a reasonable price. Yep. It don't even fucking look good to you anymore. Yep. It doesn't even mean shit to you anymore. That it's not worth what a rich nigga would spend for it. Like, a lot of that shit just blows my mind. Yeah, like, if it's not 40 bands anymore, you don't want it because it doesn't make you look rich. The niggas that have the money for it didn't want it because it made them look rich. They had the money to buy the nice shit because they like the nice watch.
Yep. And the only reason why you can afford the rich shit is because the so-called poor people are supporting you to put money in your pocket to buy the shit that you think make you look rich.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, this shit is just backwards.
This shit like really put a spotlight on niggas for me. Like,
yeah, man.
Same thing with the Fendi, Balenciaga, like LV, whole thing that we've known our entire lives. You niggas don't even like that shit because you look good in it. You think you look good in it, or that you like the material, fabric, colorway. Mm-hmm. You just do it so you can sit at a table with a group of motherfuckers that you can't sit at the table with anyway.
Yep.
This world is fucking crazy.
Yeah, man. My stance, I'll be quick. It put a spotlight on just the backwards way of thinking that celebrities have, but even just the regular person, the everyday person that wakes up and, you know, has a blue collar job, whatever it may be. The amount of people that I saw that were like upset about this, the amount of outrage that I saw about this, it was shocking. Like, I really had to sit back and be like, why do we care so much about this so-called collab? I get that it's AP, I get that it's Swatch, and I get that there's a love for watches. I understand that, but like you said, the spotlight that it put on niggas, I was like, oh, niggas is really goofy.
Goofy as fuck.
Niggas is really dumb, you know? But I will say the collab is fire still, although it's not a wristwatch.
Still fire.
I do think that now moving forward, you may see something similar to a wristwatch. Like, come now, maybe they didn't know like the hype was going to be like this, or maybe they dropped the ball. I don't know.
They dropped the ball. They dropped the ball.
I think they got something here though. Even if it's not AP or Swatch, anybody could do this moving forward. But those like images that we were getting that obviously turned out not to be real of the different colors, the wristwatch, the octagon look, like you said. Like, bro, if they really want to do this, I think they have already been able to tell that it could be done. However, if you think about brands like AP, Gucci, the luxury so-called brands, most of the time they don't want to do this because it does take away from
the luxury appeal of the brand, yeah.
And want and appeal and pull on the brand. So if it doesn't happen, I think that would be the reason why. Although like they have this now and they know that there's a market for it, you may not necessarily see them do it because, again, they may not want to water down their brand. But if it happens, I mean, people being able to get a $300-$400 AP in those different colors, bro, I was all for it because, again, I thought it was fly, like you mentioned, and I'm glad you brought that up because I did think about this over the weekend too. Like when that G-Shock that I got, like at the time, I thought the shit was fire, and I was like, bro, I like this. Just recently, I was like, bro, I wish I would have bought one of them bitches for myself because you can't find them.
Looks like an AP. It looks like a fucking AP.
And like, niggas really want that look.
Face cripped out too.
And it's fire, bro. It's so fire.
Face like, cripped out and blue paisley too.
I'm like, why I didn't buy two of them bitches?
Yeah, that bitch is amazing.
That was clean, bro.
I wear that bitch on like
that
not
was clean.
I wear that bitch probably 3-4 times a week.
Nigga, that bitch fire. And like you said, like I wasn't even thinking like that's the style that people die for.
Yeah,
today, you know,
it's that octagonal shape. So much so that for reasons like the watch that you got me, AP has tried to trademark the octagon, and they've been denied over and over.
Yeah, and that's why you kind of see this collab. So there's like a legal lawsuit, something that they
got some more money to up. Yeah, they got some regular nigga money to up.
They trying. So again, you may see a wristwatch come. It may not be this same type of look now that we've already gotten like looks that we thought it was gonna be. But I didn't necessarily think this was a bad thing. I thought it was actually dope. I just didn't like the outcry or like the negativity that it brought or the spotlight that it put on. I'm glad, you know, people showed their true colors, but at the same time, I was like, if this is what it's gonna be, like, y'all gonna be killing niggas over these $300-$400 watches. Yeah. We don't need that.
I do want to say though, there are already outside brands that make watches that are already designing the bands to go with these AP faces. So
I mean, they gotta do it.
Yeah, I'm probably still getting the AP guys.
I'm telling you, bro, them colors, like, bro,
they're insane. Yeah.
Like, bro, I would buy every one of these bitches if I can. But you know what I'm saying? Like, shit fire.
I had already told y'all in that, like, in the group message, that black one was just amazing to me. Yeah, like, that black AP. They be clean. Oh, my God. Like,
I like that gray.
That light gray next to it?
Light gray stupid, boy.
Yeah.
Even the navy blue, though.
And not on that one. There was a different one. They sent like it was almost like a light green with a pine green face in it.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
Green on green, stupid.
Yeah, but
damn.
Unfortunately, it may have been a little too good to be true.
Yeah.
However, whatever is released, like I'm not mad at it. Not mad at that at all. Yeah, this is ridiculous.
But nah, that's
I know that's the
like,
G-Shock.
But I'm saying like people, you can't even find these anymore. And if you do, people are charging top dollar for these bitches. That's how clean they are.
This was I'm showing Cari the green.
That green on green is stupid,
bro. My goodness.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and like we said, the rumblings around is that there still could be an actual wristwatch on the way from AP, but you never know.
Yep.
I can't wait to see it though.
We shall see.
Yeah, but I think that pretty much does it for today for episode 418. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Do you have any more?
I'm good.
All right, man. Let's wrap it up. Let's get out of here. I'm Roderick.
I'm Cari.
We'll see you guys for 419.